Yes.
Stream going up.
You guys are back. If I remember, you guys were on the ship at this point. I think that's where we left off. And you guys have gotten your spoils from Dwarven King.
Oh, did I record those? Yep.
And the only person that didn't appear was Arir because you all understood Dwarven politics, and that probably wouldn't have gone so well. So, good on ya. Good on ya. But yeah, I think that's where we start. So we start back on the ship. And who would like to go first, I guess?
What manner? No. As in what we're doing, or...
Yeah, like what would you guys be doing in kind of your in the aftermath of the all of the situations that have been occurring over the last pretty much day here in Forge Hammer? But what is the is there any discussions that needed to be have or needed?
We just got done talking with the king and the reward for that jazz.
Yes.
What?
Good.
Good old homebrew.
Did he just
shutting the fuck
hand
up
it
on
over-
a rules lawyer since forever?
Did he just hand the at least the platinum over right then? And
They're bringing it to the ship, but you guys did get the other thing that you talked about, Panther, that you got.
The broken
Yes.
golem
broken constructs?
Yes.
construct.
So we have the constructs, but not the platinum yet.
Yeah, they're bringing it. They're bringing it from
They're both
the
on the way.
treasury. Yeah. No, the constructs are here. So they gave you the constructs, and they were able to take it back to the ship, and they're loading it onto the ship. Because the ship is back, by the way. So you guys are able to go in. They're loading it up. They're bringing the platinum up. They have to bring it up from the treasury to the elevator to load it onto the ship. It's kind of a process, and it's going to take a minute. So
Take a minute.
yeah.
Only a few thousand coins.
Yeah, but they have to
Count it. Make sure it's right.
make sure it's right, and then bring it to the elevator and bring it up the elevator. Because they're not just gonna send dudes with shoulders over their, sacks over their shoulders with like a fuck ton of platinum and gold or whatever in sacks.
Mhm.
That'd be hilarious, but they're a little bit smarter than that. And they do have to get the guard organized and all that. It's gonna take a minute.
Wars can be surprisingly meticulous
Yes.
when it comes to valuable.
Yes. So you guys are on the ship awaiting that transfer, and you have received the broken construct that came up first. So that is where we're at. Otherwise, you guys are in the ship, in your crew quarters, just kind of chilling.
I was off on my own thing, right? In the town somewhere, stealing tools, borrowing.
Went back to you were trying to craft something, if I remember.
I think it was the pilotable construct for the elves.
Yeah.
So
You were stealing stuff from other dwarves, if I remember. You were stealing.
Borrowing.
Stealing.
With every intention of putting it back somewhere.
Okay.
Arir, I guess Arir's gonna wander back to the ship.
You still have all the tools with you?
Nah, I just left them. Or they got taken back by their rightful owners.
So, by the way, before you get back to the ship, you do have many arguments with dwarves about stealing their tools. Like they come find you and they're like, "Hey you, what the hell?" And they legitimate like four of them literally just berate you for like 5 minutes about these are not yours. You understand what this means when you steal a dwarf's tools.
Well,
Don't say to the dwarf.
I fully intend on returning. How would you like a new design?
Immediately goes into bargaining with new designs. God damn it.
There it is.
Hey, you see one of them is just baffled that you like said this. He's like, I'm a blacksmith. I make swords. I make other things. What am I going to do? What did you create? What is your design that I can use?
I am working on a pilotable construct. And that is what I was just borrowing.
They're all silent and they all look at you like, you know we have those, right?
Well, yes. But you don't have the designs to those, do you?
I mean, we don't need them.
The
And it would-
blacksmiths, not construct engineers.
Yeah.
Yes, but all good dwarves know designs can be sold.
Keep digging, Minnie. Just digging.
Is Mini like the dwarf version of a Ferengi? Is this what's happening here?
I think so.
Is that what's happening here? Is the rule of acquisition and all this shit? Is that what's going on? Like,
Oh,
is that where
for
we're
fuck's
going?
sake.
Is that where we're going, Minnie? Minnie
Rule
probably
number
has no
one.
fucking idea what
Rule
I'm
number one:
talking
peace is
about.
good for business. No, that's rule number 2.
Rule number 1 is the war's good for business.
Mm-hmm.
Minnie,
All time is good for business.
you've seen Star Trek, right?
Not in any great depth, no.
Okay. You need to go look up what the Ferengi are, and that'll be your homework after this session, so you can understand the joke. Anyway, the dwarves look at you like, "Are you bloody mad?"
We're just gonna sigh and just offer. How many did you say there were of them?
There's 4 of them. Like,
Yeah,
there's 4 blacksmiths, and they're very upset.
I'll give each of them a gold coin and then just sell them. Sorry.
1 bloody coin.
Well, the tool's not damaged. It's not broken. It couldn't have
I
inconvenienced
could
you
have
that
you
much.
arrested. You hear one of them, "Gods! Gods!"
Plode? Wait, is Plode? No, he's not with me, is he?
No, he's not. You were by yourself, sir.
I'm gonna run.
I want to say during the time of this, Darius has probably realized, wait, where's the fucking dwarf?
And it's going downhill fast. I'm running.
Didn't we leave him passed out here?
He's gone. Like, you guys walk into his quarters and he's gone.
Christ, we need to go get him.
Well,
God
we
knows
aren't
what he's
exactly
going
gonna
to
be able
cause.
to find him. It's a big city.
Oh,
I
I
don't-
expect we just listen for the explosions or the screaming.
I would have
So,
guessed the
do you
nearest
guys
bar.
go look
but...
for him?
Hmm?
You guys go look for him?
Darius is definitely going to look for him.
Okay. So you get back down the elevator. So you're going down the elevator and it's like super slow right now and it's playing the elevator music as you're going down. Like it's like dwarven battle drums and you're just like going down this dwarven elevator.
Funny thing is it's not even recording. It was just a dwarf sitting.
There's
playing
just
drums.
2 dwarves hitting battle drums on the side.
And we go back, the camera pans back to Arir, and now you see Arir, like, you're assuming you're running through the crowd, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
you see it, and there is, like, 5 guards chasing you, and you see now there's 10, 20. It's multiplying quickly.
Have I bought that whistle yet?
Oh,
Sure.
God, rape whistle.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna pull that the whistle out of my pocket. I'm gonna start blowing. Rape! Rape!
As the door opens, Darius, you start hearing the whistle that Arir bought, like,
Is
off
it-
in the distance. You just
Is
hear,
it
like,
coming towards me?
faintly, and it is coming towards you.
Darius is going to step off the lift and move towards it a good 20 feet in front of the lift and just
As-
stand there because he's expecting the idiot to come towards him still.
And you hear it getting closer, and it's like it's not even a full like whistle blow. It's like the whole while you're trying to run and blow a whistle at the same time,
Hee-hoo, hee-hoo.
and you just see like a rear come just barreling through like the last edge of the crowd that's near you, and he kind of like rolls up like right up to your feet and looks up to you.
I'm assuming he is still full sprinting towards
Oh yeah,
me.
yeah, he's tumbling
Okay.
at this point. Yeah, he's tumbling
so-
at this point. He's just like, sprinting so much.
So he's having trouble, but he's trying to keep the pace, right?
Yes, yes.
Right. So as he full on comes at me, Darius is just gonna sidestep and leave one foot there.
I was already rolling, aren't I?
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of like stumbling at this point. And...
You're still standing. I'm making sure you stop.
So, I'm not saving that. I trip.
What'd you get?
Oh no, I haven't even rolled. I just
Roll it. Roll
Okay.
one. See if you somehow dodge Darius.
let me get my dice.
Oh god. We're getting up to hijinks in Forge Hammer because he is unsupervised.
Does he still have the tools on him? Or
Yeah,
did
he
he
did
retire?
give them back. You know, he still has them on him. I'd be like the best part. No, he's giving them back at this point. I'll say he's giving them back at this point. That would still be funny.
Because I never would have made it. I rolled what is this? I rolled a 15, and dexterity is 1, if that's, so 16 total.
16. You want to roll a dex check and see if you beat that then? Ferris, by sticking your foot out?
Yeah, sure. That's going to be an 18.
Yeah, no, yeah, you literally just see a rear face plant.
Just
Clunk. And then you see all the guards just come running up, and they haven't drawn their swords yet.
I'm assuming as the guards are coming through, I can see them coming through the crowd.
Yes.
I'm literally going to walk over to a rear, grab him by his shirt, and pick him up, and just start shaking him, going, "What did you do this time?"
All you're gonna hear is just the whistle, like inhaled, out.
Oh my god. Jerry's just shaking this dwarf, like, what did you do? You just
Quick, slap him in the face.
Are you still?
Thing out your mouth, bang!
Career swallows it.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
He gets lost.
Well,
in
it looks
his
like
phone,
Cam
just
gets to do surgery.
He can't speak anymore. He can only whistle.
He just hears the whistle.
No, every time he speaks, there's a faint whistle in the background.
You see Arir like shake his stomach, trying to align it correctly to get it to whistle better.
I'm still holding you.
He's true, yeah. I can still shake my vibrate.
My god.
Darius is just holding at you. He stopped shaking you at this point, and he's just looking at you in disbelief that you just swallowed a fucking whistle.
Squeeze a mill squeak.
I'm assuming at this point the guards have come through the crowd and either
and you see
stopped
the
in
you see the
confusion
captain.
or
yeah, like they're just watching this, just like, what's going on here?
I'm literally just gonna
went that way.
plonk a rear down, like forcefully, make sure he goes right to his arse and sits there. Keep a hand on his head, turn to the guards and go, "Sorry."
As you do, the whistle comes back up.
Sorry, our moron got away from us.
Well, your moron stole some tools from some local blacksmiths here. He has returned them, but they do want compensation. He only offered them 1 gold piece per person.
Well, how much do they want? Azrael picks the whistle up that came back out on the ground and kind of, wipes it on his clothes and just pockets it.
How much have you got on you?
What is your name, dwarf? The captain asked you that.
Arir starts to open his mouth. No, the whistle came back out.
He threw up the whistle.
Oh,
when you forced me down, it came back out. No? No one? Okay. Alright. Arir. I am Arir.
What's your house name?
Dumbass.
Plode.
Weird dipshit.
The Jarhead clan.
Plode. A rear plode. Oh. So we got an arse explosion here.
Is that what you say, Arir? By the way?
Arir Plode.
Roll a deception check with disadvantage. Because You're trying to pull one over on the guards that are probably well informed, sir. So, yeah, buddy.
Uh-oh.
It would be a pride of honor.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
rolled
Yeah.
a 10.
Eh, don't worry about it. What's your real name? And he looks very displeased. Like, he's probably order somebody to beat the crap out of you displeased of, like, you need to start talking. You got the you need to start talking look on his face.
And Rear's just gonna shrug. Yeah, Rear does kill him.
And you just see, like, the captain kind of takes a step back. And there's, like, it's like that whole moment when the record player gets, like, ripped off, like that very just, like, yep. And all of the dwarves are now looking right at you, Rear. Say that again?
Darius?
Never be known as a day you almost caught Captain Rear Sparrow.
I'm assuming Darius is still right beside me.
Darius has currently got his head buried in a hand.
Backing up into the lift as the war drums are playing in the lift and going back up.
Oh no, I'm still stood there holding him in place. I'm just got my head in my other hand.
The elevator dwarves start beating again.
And it starts turning to fucking Mad Max music and it's about to get fucking crazy.
Yep. Anyway, so what do you do, Darius? He's asking you a question, and you can cut the music, please.
Darius, it's time
You're
to
no
go,
fun.
Darius.
That was Diggy Hole, Windrose.
I know. Yeah, it was. Anyway, continue.
It's time to go, Darius.
So who's asking me the question? Arir? Or
Yeah, he was asking like Darius. And the captain look visibly upset.
I don't think they're gonna listen. It's time to go.
please excuse the moron. We can have a discussion for the compensation, but this fool does owe me his life, and I cannot allow him to be arrested or taken at this time. It's a matter of honor. He owes me a life debt.
I see.
Yes.
Well, the captain's like, he would have been arrested and probably executed on the spot.
Yes, I suspect that much.
But since he's honor bound to you, he is your responsibility.
Yes. I will sort out some compensation for the
we would appreciate that. And he is your responsibility for the duration of your stay here in Forgehammer and any other time that you visit back here. We're not going to ban you from the city. But when he is here, he is supervised at all times. Do you understand?
Yes, I'll be bringing a leash with me next time.
We can have one made. We can have one made for you. Dwarven steel. Make it a chain. Yeah.
That would
Fine craftsmanship. Yeah. Maybe that'll be compensation for you. There you go. We'll have someone build that, and you purchase that from the craftsman.
That would be totally fine if we are currently aboard the. Oh, I forgot what the name of the new ship is.
We know what the ship is. We know where to find you. Yes.
Yes.
You're the only human ship that's here.
True.
We know where to find you.
If they send, if they was to be sent up to the ship, I will pay the price for it, and keep him away from them, as he'll be coming with me towards the ship now.
So you two back into the elevator. The elevator doors open, and you hear the drums. like the drums playing again, and then the door closes with you two in the elevator. Yes, there you go.
So for Darius right now, he is stood in this elevator. He's got a rear still next to him. He has got his arms folded. He's not looking at a rear. He's looking straight forward.
Okay, alright, Kathy.
The things you can hear is like the slight clinking of, the plated fingers hitting his armor, as he is actually tapping his fingers against his armor with annoyance.
Being angry, Darius. You should kill something.
I can't see. You can cut the music though. Thank you.
You're still no fun.
I know. So is there any conversation, or is it just this whole awkward just returning back to the ship?
I don't know. Is a rear going to attempt to talk? Because Darius isn't.
Rear.
Was it?
A
Wait,
rear
was
can attempt.
was I asked a question?
Yeah. By the way, did you pick up your whistle before you left? Like, did you like recover your rape whistle?
Oh yeah. I
Okay.
wiped it off on my pants and then stuck it in my pant pocket.
So, Halls, just for a recap, he was running through the crowd blowing that whistle because the guards were about to arrest him, and then he swallowed it, and then he threw it back up.
You
Swallowed
know,
it 'cause I
I
smacked.
joined the channel just to jump in, and I was not surprised when, of course, it was fucking Minnie who had done something incredibly retarded to get that level of attention.
This
Why
is
was I not surprised?
This is how all of our sessions start out.
So, is there any conversation with Darius, or are you just gonna?
Nope.
No. Okay. And you guys
Silence
get up.
is best.
You get up to the top. The drums stop, and the door opens. Do you just beeline for the ship, Darius?
Darius takes a slight step back, puts his boot to Arrear's ass, and pushes him forward.
Arir just
It's-
walks. He doesn't. He doesn't say anything. But you notice
The walk of shame.
he moves his left hand to the whistle pocket,
Oh.
just in case.
So you guys are back on the ship. I don't know, Tam, are you on deck? Do you see them come back?
Is anybody on deck to see this?
To see this.
Nope, I'm
Dear-
checking on my puppy.
Okay.
Checking on your
Because
blink puppy that's going fucking mental.
Because the ship keeps fucking disappearing.
The puppy is fine. It kind of just holds up in your room most of the time. So. But it's
Very
fine.
whiny. It's very
Yes.
whiny now because you've come home.
Yes. There's a lot of, since you've been gone, it seems like not a lot of people went into your room. You do have to clean it up a bit. So you do spend your time doing that, making sure it's not a mess.
Because puppy do as puppy do.
Yes. But, yeah, so Darius and Arir, you guys are able to walk back onto the ship. You see a couple of the crewmen that kind of had an idea what was going on when you kind of, stormed off the ship. You see, the one that's, making, with the watch while they're in port, just sitting there laughing as you're coming on the boat.
There's just this pure look of anger on Darius's face.
You just see, he's just having a great time. The dude is just...
He's giggling because he knew something went down the moment Arrear wasn't here.
Yeah, he remembers him leaving, and he's like, should I stop him, or
Fuck it.
it'll be fine.
And
He's a dwarf, he'll be fine.
I'm
and...
assuming... So Arrear is still in front of me as we're entering onto the deck.
Yes.
Arrear,
Yeah.
do you turn around to face Darius? When he says
Sure.
that?
Yeah.
As you do, Darius steps right in front of you, leans down just a little bit, so he's still towering over you, literally puts a finger against your chest and goes, "Go to your quarters now."
Going, and I'm just gonna book it there.
You're grounded.
You're grounded!
Jesus, is he the fucking 3-year-old?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes!
He is a 3-year-old.
You streaming, Minnie?
Not
Yes,
the
he is.
parenting skills I would go with, but I guess it works.
Shut up.
What was that?
Not you,
You
go!
can't hear it.
They're leaving.
Alright, well, never mind.
Alright, so what are other people doing on the ship?
Question.
What's your question?
Have the new because I'm still completely unaware that the deal happened, and I don't know that the new parts have actually made it. Are they in the engineering bay?
No, they're on the they're on the back. They're on the back quarter of the ship. You have not seen them yet. And with the whole Darius episode, you probably won't see them until somebody comes and tells you. So, because you have literally been just confined to quarters, and Darius, I'm assuming you're gonna post somebody to make sure to watch him and make sure he doesn't leave. Okay.
I'm fucking right. I'm gonna get one of my guys to do it.
Okay. So one of the other knights that Jansky brought is now, like, you just watch it, you walk by, you place him. There's now a knight standing in front of everyone's door. And he's basically been told he doesn't go anywhere.
That knight's gotta be pissed.
Yeah. It was the most junior out of all of them, too. Like, you go find the most junior guy, and it's like, you got this, have fun.
You have bitch detail.
So,
I'm really angry. I need to calm down. Keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't leave.
If he leaves, it will be your ass I destroy next.
I'll destroy both
oh
of you.
my.
Wow. Ray's gonna do some research while he's in his engineering quarters.
Okay, what are you researching?
Same thing it was with the borrowed tools.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You pull one of them out, you reach into your other pocket, into your pocket or like your backpack, you open a flap and you still see there's a tool in there. Like the one that you forgot to give back.
Victory. I'm just gonna, as I'm holding the tool up in front of me, victory.
It's a hammer. It's like a little,
Ball
like
peen
forge.
hammer.
Yeah, ball peen hammer that they use when they're crafting something.
I will now be making a point to use that tool for everything possible that I can be used for.
Alright, I want to see Minnie use that in combat then.
I mean, there is stats for ball peen hammers. There is a thing for that.
Well, he said he's going to use it for everything possible, which means I expect Minnie to beat someone to death with a hammer.
Where's the weapon link
I
for
mean,
that?
that's very common for dwarves anyway, being someone to death with a hammer.
Yeah, hang on.
I'm gonna attach it to one of my mines. Excess shrapnel.
Fucking Minnie's trying to make a steel hunk of nuts.
Yep, basically.
Question is, did I place it to face towards this side towards enemy, or the other way?
You can actually throw it too, Minnie.
That's
Just the
yeah.
light hammer, so yeah.
It's right there's your stats for it.
Thank you. I will save that page.
So he's working. You're probably just you put it on your desk and you start researching your drawings and stuff and working on things. And is there anything that anybody else wants to go through? Before we leave Forge Hammer.
Darius has probably gone to his quarters, just fucking.
Are you stewing are you just gonna sit down at your desk and just stew and
No, he's gonna get in there. He's gonna take off his armor.
Okay.
So he's in his simple clothes, and now he's doing the very grown-up father thing of the spaz mumble. Go, what the fuck? What? Would you? Ah! In his quarters.
Just punch something, it's much easier.
Silence you!
Silence you!
Make me.
just middle rant. Just shut up.
Make me.
All right then.
no. Alright, Albert. Thank you. Anyway. So, go ahead, Cash. Go ahead, sir.
Caravan elects to stay behind.
Okay.
What?
You're gonna stay in Forge Hammer?
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
On thinking about it, he kind of realized he might have screwed up when he told them that they could never come back. So he kind of feels like it's his duty to stay and help them defend themselves.
Okay. So Carbon is staying. Okay.
Ah.
Damn.
Wait, where's Tazar?
I feel like I'm missing something.
Hazard's aboard the ship,
Yeah, Tazar's still here. Yeah.
but and he makes it clear to you guys that should you need him, you can come and get him. But is
There's
Probably
a
going to be
greater
underleveled at that point.
there's a greater need here for him. It's
Yes.
at least his opinion. Yeah. So.
and yeah, that's all that I'm doing there.
Okay. So. Yeah, he is off the ship. It is down to Tazar, and
And now I don't have to play 2 characters anymore.
yeah.
That's the reason. That's the actual
That's
reason.
the reason.
And actually, it's a good segue
it's
though,
about-
because I
it's
can
about
actually use Caravan for stuff.
Well, it's about 3/4 of the reason. The other quarter is, yeah, probably should have said you're never allowed to come back, but
Yeah. Caravan's probably gonna have to fight the orc champion again at some point. That's probably what's gonna happen. So
and it's gonna be probably really bloody again.
yeah.
Just the people that
So-
go out with you, just make sure you're not within 30 feet of me.
They just established a spell that makes a lighted ring 30 feet around him.
Okay. And is there anything else anybody wants to do before we leave? The platinum payment that we agreed to last time is brought up. And you do receive a bill of an outstanding bill of payment, Darius, along with the delivery of the metal chain harness that was created by the blacksmith for arrear.
How much did it cost?
They're only gonna charge you 25 gold pieces, and they said
That's-
the on the note it says, it's been a pleasure making this device for that man.
Yeah, that was probably some more 100 gold knocked off the bill right there.
Yeah.
What do they want you to build? A leash. A
Leash?
leash for
For
what?
what?
The dwarves
This
that were
guy.
stealing your shit.
Okay.
We'll charge them the delivery fee.
So they deduct. They'll just deduct it from your cut. So it's just easier. They just took the money that they saw. They kind of delivered it to the bank delivery from the treasury that was coming to the ship. So. And the ship is ready to depart. Where would you all like to go? Baywater has asked, where would you guys like to go? We want to go back to Alaron, or do we want to go elsewhere?
Well, how many days? There's still a bit of time before the.
The church is somewhere between Forge Hammer and Mindorf. They're not sure. There's just been reports that they've been coming kind of up through the mountains, and either they can go to Alaron or they can keep coming to Forge Hammer. The scouts weren't 100%, or they hadn't received word on what direction they were committing to just yet when the word reached the.
But if they're between Forgehammer and Meyendorf, that means they'll be going right through the fucking.
They can. Yeah, they can go
yeah,
through there if they can.
If they go through that, they're going straight through the elephant nest, which is possibly a good thing. So, but they're on foot with a big number of people.
They're foot and
with
horsemen,
yeah.
through the mountains. So it's kind of a slog.
It's
so.
gonna take a few days easily.
Yeah. Even though, these aren't the really heavy mountains where they're at, it's still a slog because the logistics of that is insane. So
you got your supply caravans and everything behind you carrying all your shit. So
they did try to go into Ostrich, and the Ostrich military basically was like, "Yeah, no." So they decided to try and go this way or go towards Alaron. So it's your decision. You guys want to go to Alaron, or you guys want to go completely off the beaten path here?
How much will we refueled here, yeah?
Yeah, you guys have enough for a while. Like, you have months worth of fuel for now. Like, you guys can go. It's a bigger ship. You guys can go for a while.
Wallenstein's had the outbreak, didn't it?
Yeah. And then you guys went to Kassendorf to talk with Kassendorf did, because you guys went to Waldenstein to talk to the Admiral and stuff, remember?
Okay, so it's Kassendorf that has
Yeah, the
plague,
outbreak.
and Wallenstein doesn't.
No, not yet at least. So they basically had quarantined Kassendorf. So it's our version of Prussia. They're pretty meticulous and pretty good at organizing. So yeah, they've got that pretty much locked down. So
Oh.
yeah, where would y'all like to go as a group?
Easily go to Alaron and explain, the dwarves are coming, blah blah blah.
We did send them a message already.
Oh, we
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Hooray for sending.
But there's
Yep.
still, the possibility that the Crusader force comes over. It's going to be a fucking fantastic battle, one way or the other.
The situation with the Crusaders too, and I'll say this from just a game perspective, it's kind of a weird thing because they're not really acting in league with Chaos, but it's more of a third party kind of working together, but they might go after heretics and all that other shit too. So
Well,
the
they've
church
got to keep
is
you've got to keep the
yeah.
appearance of what they're doing.
The
being the
church
right
is a
thing.
big question mark right now what they're gonna do. So they could attack the Illithid, but that's taking a big chance of them just going for the Illithid. So
Yeah.
do
we Waldenstein and attempt to gain more reinforcements for Alaron?
I mean, so we're gonna go. It's gonna be 6.
If we did that, they would end up just coming up, following along the back of the church. Would they move any faster?
Well, they have airships.
Does
And
the
the
church?
Avalonian. They're on foot.
So they don't have escorting airships then?
They're most of the ships that all the Crusaders and shit came on left Amir, remember? They probably went through one of the circles. Up in
They
Moskova.
came
So
in.
they have no air defense.
I mean, it doesn't mean that they may not, but they don't have their airships
They might have
with
picked
them.
something up at the moment, but it probably wouldn't be up to the tier that,
Your guys' ship would be.
Yeah, it wouldn't be up to the tier that our ship is, and the ships that are chilling in. What happened to the Avalonian fleet? Is it still in Waldenstein, or is it buggered off now?
They are kind of sitting tight with Ostrich right now. They basically have made a multinational expeditionary force for now because they can't go home. Avalon is still cut off, and the Orc blockade is just keeping it from going through, and there's just too many ships. And they haven't gotten word of what's going on in Avalon at all. It's still cut off completely, so nobody has any idea what's going on here. So the admiralty that's left, the one admiral and his captains and stuff, basically formed a provisional unit within Ostrich to help them. So because they really have nowhere else to go.
And I'm assuming when Baywater took Petrus to Waldenstein, they were sorting out some kind of alliance in some way or another. Deals and stuff.
Yeah, and Petrus basically has gotten a deal with Ostrich to start getting them, hey, if we really get attacked by the orcs or something, if they come our way, help us. They didn't really talk about the Illithid problem just yet, because Ostrich was still trying to get everybody mustered and organized, because they had just received a bunch of recruits from a lot of the defections from the church. So they're still
Yeah.
trying to get everything in order within their military because they just got a lot of dudes.
I mean, even if
So-
we could just get a couple of extra ships, we could probably use those to
Mhm.
hamper the Crusaders.
Basically,
Fine.
the plan that you guys have been read into, which you haven't gotten all yet, Ostrich is trying to reform, and they're gonna try and push into the free cities to push the church out. Was the plan. But then because they didn't know where the Orc army was, like they had no idea.
Yeah.
Now that it's up here in Forgehammer, or it was, that might be a problem. So
Probably a good idea to inform them then.
yeah. So, and I mean, you guys have messaged that. That was probably in the message that you already sent to Alaron. So,
But
that the orcs are
what-
here, we're under attack, but the dwarves will come and help when they can.
Yeah, but Waldenstein doesn't know.
But they may have relayed that. That's up, it depends on what you guys want to take a chance on.
And Send, if I remember correctly,
What's
out
up?
of game, Darius doesn't actually know this, but
Mhm.
Send doesn't work 100% of the time.
No, it does. It just it only
does?
works. Yeah, it does. It just
Same plane and alive.
Yeah, it works.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just it's however the receiver takes the message. It's so because you can't really when you do sending, you only can say so many words. So you have to be very particular on what you say.
It's sending that they can reply to, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Or is that it is sending because she has to talk to her dad.
Yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, they can reply, say, "Yep, I understand,"
Yeah.
or "Hey, what do you mean?"
Yeah, and then they just cast it again. But yeah, you just have to be particular on if you're not doing the sending the message. So you guys could go to Waldenstein, you guys could go to Alron, or we could go check out Valand. That'll be interesting. Or we could go check Ashir. That's within range. I mean, fuel too. I mean, you guys can fly. It's not going to take a lot of time to get to a lot of these places. So
What do we do, lads?
But one ship can't exactly take on an army.
Correct.
However, there's an Avalonian fleet sailing in Waldenstein, and the army has no air cover.
Blow them off the side of the mountain.
all right, so you guys can go to Waldenstein. All right. What's the route that you guys want to take? You guys are gonna just right down the valley? You gonna go do a scouting mission on your way there?
Yeah, we'd be able to observe from the air, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Now, are you gonna have them fly kind of high up so you guys aren't able to be shot at or anything? Or are you guys just gonna be like, we don't care?
We're not flying map of the fuck Earth here.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Map of the Earth. Freaking airship cruiser would be hilarious.
Tree. What?
Tree!
Oh, it's gone. Mountain.
So you guys, so Baywater has the ship depart. You guys set course for Waldenstein. It's going to take you in this ship. It will take you 5 days to get there. Before it would have been, it'd take you 4 days to get there because before it was a week from Forgehammer to here. So you get a couple of days shaved off of the trip. So you guys are heading down that way. Unless you want to do anything, I'll skip ahead. If there's anything else that wants to be done once you guys get underway, now would be the time.
We running through the language books.
Okay.
But before we actually leave, after finding out that everything's been delivered and Arrear is back.
Still confined to quarters, by the way.
Yeah. I'm assuming we essentially got together and doled out everyone's share.
I mean, yeah. I would, other than the rear being in quarters still, yeah.
Well, he would have been under all of our eyes, so I think we would have let him out for the
Okay.
fucking doling
Okay.
of the thing and probably delivering the construct to his room.
Of which,
Keep him
as
preoc-
soon as he sees it, he passes out.
So,
Yeah, they bring it in, and then you just see him like fade. He just like the whole fainting goat thing.
No, he's just there looking at it, and it's not like he crumples when you faint. Your whole
Face
body,
first.
he sort of he just planks.
Legs lock up, just forward, incoming, bang.
And what was the shares?
Should have been,
Got it written down. Just got to tab over to it.
if I remember correctly, it was 8,000 platinum each, apart from a rare who got less because of the construct.
Mm-hmm. You guys are about to spend some money though.
It was.
So...
Yep.
Why do I have that written down?
Rear, do you actually come to, like, after you faint? Or do you just stay, like, out the entire time that they're trying to
Oh yeah, I'll
give
clear,
you stuff up?
I'll come back and start waking up. Oh, what?
No, I'm gonna go up to a rear and grab some of my alcohol and just like bring it up to his nose so it wakes him up.
It works flawlessly.
You said it was 8,000 or 8,000 a person
Around that, yeah, that's what we.
of platinum.
Yeah.
Apart from a rare who got less because we traded some of his share for the construct.
Yep.
And our rear got a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you got the construct, so...
That comes
you-
out to. It was 8 shares. And 8 shares of that is what it was. Because it was negotiated by shares.
Yeah.
And there was only 6 people, even though it negotiated for 8 shares. So that comes out to. Or wait. Times 8. Then divide by 6. Why is Google fucking not cooperating? There we go. It comes out to 10,600 and
Yeah,
what's
that
that,
sounds
70.
about right. That sounds about right. So...
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So
That's how much
10
money.
Per person.
But you guys are about to fucking burn a lot of that, though. So... just letting you know. Anyway, so you guys head down there. About 2 days into the trip, while you guys have to have that meeting, unless you guys want to say anything to Avir in particular about his share.
Well, before we do the trip.
Yeah.
Hang on. So wait, it was what? I divide that number by 2 for my official?
Yeah, you would get 5.
Yes.
Alright, what was it again? It was 10,000.
You get 5,000. You get 5,300 platinum.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you. I gotta change that.
Which each platinum is 100 gold.
10.
Yes, it's 10
10
gold.
gold.
10 gold.
Yeah, every step of coin is 10 in D&D.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm like,
every-
wow.
I'm like,
Mhm.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm good. Thank you.
I'm setting you up for a long game here, boys. I hope you understand this. Anyway, yeah, so you guys get about 2 days into the trip. And you guys find the army. Darius, you're kind of out here that the watch is called the formation sighted. You know, the watching out there, make all that stuff. So you go up on deck and you look down, and yeah, they're moving through the mountains very, very slowly, and they're moving an entire army on a horse trail. Like, it's tiny.
Yeah.
It's
not gonna be easy.
they're literally like maybe at 2x2 with the horses, and that's if they're lucky. And it's slow, and you guys watch as there's a lot. It's what's left of them of the Christian army, and you do see what looks like the Pope and his entourage leading it through the mountains. And you can tell there's all the regalia, like the one dude that they have the big cross that you always see when it's in front of a crusading army. They're carrying that through the mountains and all that stuff. So it looks like you guys watch them for a while, and by how fast they're moving and how fast you guys are moving, you estimate that they would probably take, at their current rate, they probably wouldn't reach the border with Alaron for probably another week. Where you guys are at with that's estimating with them forming up and getting everything in. Now if they rushed and just pushed in, that would probably be a little faster once they get out of the mountains. But Darius, you having served with this army, you realize that they're very slow, meticulous about how they do business when it comes to moving their armies around, because they don't want to lose their fighting strength, because it's really hard to retain the fighting force for the church, because a lot of it is so super professional and highly skilled. It's really hard to replace it. So they take their time. But you probably would have a week when you guys get to Waldenstein. You'd probably have 2 days into a 6-day trip. You would have probably 3 or 4 days to get back to Alaron, so you guys would probably reach it as soon as they probably reach these outer villages and stuff out here. So theoretically, you guys could get there before they really threaten Alaron if they go that way. Now, if they go for Forge Hammer, they're going to just have much worse of a time going through the mountains. So
they're already struggling as
it is.
So.
They didn't take the way that Orcs did. Let's just put it that way. So, but yeah. Anyway, you guys continue to Waldenstein. You guys pass as you guys fly through. It takes about a full day to get through. You guys are flying over the army. It takes probably a full day till you guys reach the end of it. From once you guys
fire some cannon shells at them as we pass.
I mean, do you guys want to? I can. We could. You guys
probably delay them thinking they're under attack.
Well, they would be under attack. Kind of a poor attack, but under attack.
Okay. You guys want to shoot at them?
Gravity's a bitch.
Gravity is a bitch.
Who wants to roll for the ship?
Oh.
Or do you guys want me to roll for it and just solve it out on my end?
What would we be rolling?
I need a d20 for attack. How many shots do you guys want to put across? Are you guys gonna just unload, or
unload? I think we'll dump a few as we literally skirt on by.
You guys could refit in Waldenstein. Now, just remember, it might take a little longer, but you guys could unload your entire stores into the army if you wanted to.
Wouldn't take too long to refit.
And you guys have a fuck ton of money, so I mean, if you want to do that, completely in your purview.
Wait, where's Porsche?
Waldenstein.
I'd like to fire a few of those cannons.
Okay, mini.
Realistically, I don't want to us just to fucking dump and just fucking completely break the back and cause it to scatter, because it takes fucking ages to find it.
There's no need to volley fire, just single fire every once a minute, perhaps.
That's a lot, but okay. Once a minute for a whole day? Is that what you're saying? As you're going by?
One cannon.
Okay.
Just basically enough to slow it. That's all we really need to do.
Okay.
Buy some.
So, Nenny, I'll let you roll.
Do that. Yeah. Do that for a few minutes. Let them chill. do that for a few more minutes.
Let them chill.
Harassing fires is the word
Yeah.
you're looking for.
Yeah.
All right, am I rolling?
Yeah, go ahead, Minnie.
A new section of the army.
I
Fire
rolled
a few
2.
times.
Is there anything in particular that you guys want to shoot at?
Porsche.
What?
Why are you shooting at Porsche?
That's a long shot, son.
Yes, son.
I rolled a 2, so it ain't gonna hit. But yeah, I mean.
Firing so terribly, your round does hit Porsche in Waldenstein.
Yeah.
You shot at the ground and missed.
That one bounced.
Ricochet.
No,
Ricochet.
That didn't penetrate our armor.
Didn't penetrate the armor. Miss. All right, give me 3 more rolls there, Minnie.
All right. That's a 12.
Okay. I think just by
8.
shooting, probably you guys watch down there is like they all stop for a second, and then you kind of see people scatter.
Like, huh? What's going
We're
on?
getting
When
shot
they
at!
hear, they're like, "Oh God!"
Pull out the anti-air guns. Spend the next hour setting him up.
Yeah, they do.
And
You
then we
guys
just
like
fly
see
away.
them stop. You guys flying away. Do you see them like breaking out the cannons and you see a couple of like the really dumb probably Crusaders that they did hire somewhere, like probably in the Free Cities. They tried to shoot at you guys. And Darius, you're over like watching the side. You hear like a round snap past your head.
Really?
It doesn't actually snap past your head. It just kind of plops onto the deck.
Yeah.
Darius is
It's
just
like
sitting
I'm
there.
holding onto a railing, and the next thing there's just I hear a tink,
Yeah,
and a round
yup.
lands on the railing. I'm just like, what the fuck?
I was gonna say one bounces off your helmet to tonk. Huh? The
What?
fuck? Who threw that?
And then
Yep.
like you see where it lands. You see a guy that's like on one of the 3-pound, like on the like the deck guns, like the small ones. He like rotates it down and literally
Oh,
just
no.
sends a round right back at the guy.
Oh
And you
no.
just like him and like 10 people get deleted.
Boom.
And yeah, so you guys expend, we'll say in total, we'll expend probably 10% of the combat load. So we'll have to refill when we get back, but that's still, you guys still are pretty capable at this point. Is there anything else that you guys want to do on your way down to Waldenstein? You guys could kind of swing to Meidendorf and check it out if you wanted to. Well, or if you guys just want to make a beeline for Waldenstein, you can.
I think getting the fleet is
Yeah.
pretty cool,
Mhm.
and having it, because basically they come over, they enter into Aileron's border, and they start moving out. Next thing, an Avalonian fleet is above their fucking head.
With Oster probably guys to land and fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, with elves, and it's just like, what are you gonna do?
What you gonna do, brother? Anyway, so you guys make it to Waldenstein, and it is busy. Like you guys fly in and do the same procedure that we've described before. But you notice that the airspace, like the fleet, is busy. You look down and rear, if you're on deck, you do notice where the Porsche factory was, like where they were going to plan. You see they already have it down and it's rocking. It's looks like they're already in production. It was pretty quick. Got it up pretty quick.
Those bastards.
And yeah, so you guys dock. Who wants to go talk with the admiral? Because Baywater is currently going to probably go work on getting the ship refitted.
1, 2, 3, not it.
I was like, fuck no! Aren't you a representative of your people? Get over here.
I don't have to say not it.
Yeah, I don't want
You're
to
definitely
fucking-
not it. So
And I'm just the doctor.
Great. It's gotta be me, doesn't it?
By
Who
winning
would
by
have
default.
guessed the Avalodian has to talk to the Avalodians?
What?
somebody probably would want to go and back him up.
And Roland.
He's busy.
It's
Running
the
the ship.
Admiral. Literally his superior.
He's busy right now.
Y'all a bunch of cunts.
Yeah, I would have to agree with Brexit on this one.
Rear's
Yeah, I
gonna
would agree
kind of
too.
stick his head out. And, you know,
At least I own it.
if
At
you
least
want,
I own it.
if you want, I'll go with you.
No.
Fair enough. Closes the door.
What exactly do you expect me to do if I were to go?
Assist?
Assist what? Get it burned at the stake?
Well, you're not gonna go start a fire in there, are you?
It's not me starting fires I'm all that concerned about.
Not me starting fires I'm concerned about.
It's me, people trying to burn me because I'm not, human. Situation.
Doesn't the city have, like, multiple species?
No, Waldenstein doesn't, but
The human empires?
no,
Or
most of them
nations?
don't. Most of them don't. The ones that Waldenstein, not really, but like Valon does.
The Free Cities
do.
The manner of
Amir does.
speaking.
Well, Waldenstein was a little more traditional. Let's put it that way. Like Osterich is a little more traditional. Now, you guys are talking with an Avalonian admiral, so you probably shouldn't have an issue. The Osterich, on the other hand, Osterreich, if you want to call it that, because it might get turned into that name here in not too long. They might have an issue. Depends on who you talk to. That's just to ask the rear. The whole
The
porch
Avalonian
thing.
military, though, is fairly devout, isn't it?
It really depends on who you get. It's a mixed bag. The big forces that were really devout was the Osterich guys.
They aren't rolling around with crosses on their ships, sure, but
no,
the individuals are devout.
I mean, Avalon's a little more liberal compared to the other nations for sure. They're still traditional, like they still have the class system and everything, but they're probably a lot more liberal compared to like Osterich or especially the Free Cities, because the whole slavery thing.
They didn't have a Protestant uprising in Shannon?
Not that you know of. Anyway, so it's just Darius then, I guess, and his demon friend, if the demon friend wants to come along. You are bringing somebody to back you up, Darius, technically.
I totally don't want him to back me up. Like, oh my god, fuck off.
Here, Darius, do you want Gazir to come with you?
We have another dwarf on the ship?
Yeah, where
Holy
the fuck
shit.
have you been?
There's a second
I just
dwarf? By the way, Darius, did you relieve the guy that was guarding the rear once you guys got underway, or was he there the whole time?
Nope, he's had to stay awake for 4 days.
I would have on rotation.
Okay.
I'm not that much of a taskmaster. Holy shit.
I know you're trying by resolve, my lord, but good God, man, I need a break.
I gotta pee.
If I have to listen to a rear ask me for a smoke one more time,
He asked me for tree bark. It was really weird.
Don't ever give him that.
Oh, I. Okay,
Uh-oh.
you see him like he like pockets like he has it in his head. He like pockets it back in his pockets.
Did he give that to me?
No, he had gotten it
Damn.
for you though. He
Damn.
probably like went and gypped it off of like somehow got it
Where
off
did
of.
you get that?
I just found it.
Found it on what tree?
I found it on the ship.
I'm gonna have to step away for like 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So, gotta deal with the ash can.
He's got it. I just found it on the ship. Is there a problem? Like
I'd
this
have to start
dude
putting an
has
explosive rune on my fucking door.
Oh, that was your room? I'm sorry. We haven't met. My name is Gary. And he like puts his hand out to you.
Gary.
Cam looks at the hand, looks back at Gary. No.
What, is this yours? And he actually like takes it out of his pocket, gives it back to you. He's like, is this yours then? I'm sorry. I thought it would be okay.
And Cam's gonna take it back, put it in a pouch for the moment. You go, some of these things are not exactly safe.
That stuff's pretty safe. And unless you smoke it.
Smoke weed every day.
Yes, and we have someone who's running around the ship who does.
Oh. That's what he wanted it for? Oh, and you see like the realization on his face, like, oh, I just done fucked up. And he looks very like, I'm sorry.
And some of these things aren't even safe to touch without preparation.
I made sure I didn't touch those.
Well, if you get a rash, I'll know what happened.
I know my way. You see, Gary's like, I'm not an idiot when it comes to alchemy, there, sir. And using herbs and medicine.
You literally just stole from medical supplies.
Mm-hmm. He asked for it. He said he needed it, and he was having he wasn't feeling well. A lot of pain.
Wow,
You know, experience says he's not that good of a liar to have come up with that story.
the only deception one, and I don't even have to roll.
No, that's what he told me. It was weird. It was in the middle of the night, too. It's like he must have been sleepwalking or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. You know what? You seem like a fairly smart fellow. When we get to Ashir, I've got some bottomland to sell you.
Oh no! Don't hurt Gary. Gary's innocent, okay?
Well, he's
Appreciate it,
something. It
Gary.
does start with an I. It does not end with innocent.
How close is this conversation happening to the engineering quarters where Career is?
It literally on the other side of
He's
your
outside
door.
of your door.
Yeah, he's literally on the other side of the door.
Oh, okay. Career's gonna pop his head out and say, "Hey, Gary, did you get that?" And just stop as he sees it.
See the fucking guy was like,
Cam pulls some bark out and hands it to her.
Oh, thanks. Or he takes it.
It's apple bark.
not the right bark.
He doesn't do
Smells
anything
like-
with it yet. He's a little suspicious of the sudden change, but he just pockets it. Oh, thanks. Thanks,
You see
Cam.
Gary look at you, he's like, as the shuts the door, he's like, I didn't realize he was a junkie.
Neither did we until he had his first taste of it.
Right.
I mean, we all knew he was an alcoholic.
I have a family recipe that we could use to possibly remove the addiction if we ever need it.
I have
The
one
Terran
too.
one.
Although I need a
Terran one.
willow. Although I need to find a willow tree and break off a small branch.
Hmm.
Just whip him mercilessly until he fucking stops.
Why do you need a willow tree to do that here? And he just hands you like another like a tree branch. He's like he just like pulls it out.
Where the
of his
fuck
What do you
did
mean?
pull that
He
up
hands
from?
a tree branch. We're in
why
the
do you have a
sky.
tree branch?
It was the same. It's like it's my family secret. He just hands it to you. Like out of his bag.
At this point, I might as well just get the flail from my quarters. Lay the fucker.
What do you mean he has a tree branch in his bag?
Yeah, it's his family secret.
You're gonna need
This
one
demon
about
will
the
not
size.
take you, boy. We will exercise it from inside you.
You need one the size of your leg.
Yeah, he carries
You
a
never
Switch
had to
with
pick
him.
your Switch as a child, now did you?
Nope. I got the belt. I didn't get Switches. It was a belt. So, and I only ever got it like twice. And I was like, nope, we're not doing that again. So, anyway.
The first time he just thought his parents were uppity and they'd never do it again. Second time, he
Yeah.
went, no, they definitely will.
They will. And that's when you learn not to do it again. So,
Yep.
Okay, Japan.
Anyway, you know, he just like he hands it out to you. He's like, you can just borrow mine.
Go in there and beat Aria mercilessly, right? I mean, he's already had a merciless beating in that room before, so.
Cam's gonna hold it up, bend it a little bit.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's like this guy knows what
I'm
to
assuming
pick
it's dry, considering it's
Oh,
his
yeah.
family stick.
Oh yeah, it's dry.
So it's gonna break. It's not gonna bend.
No.
You know,
Yeah, I
just,
don't think
like,
this is gonna
soak it
work.
for a little while.
Or you could just borrow a whip from somebody. There's got to be one on the ship somewhere.
You're taking this joke way too far.
I know. I know.
By the way, that specific bark, does it light up easily?
Oh yeah, you go in there and you like
I mean, as
But-
well as any other bark.
you start burning it and it smells like burnt apples. For some reason.
Does it get me high?
No.
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 It's a different
Did-
bug.
Did you have drugs in your system before?
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
Well, you aren't feeling that anymore.
Damn.
So Rachel's like, I got a nice buzz from the fucking ale. Now let's.
Book
Where'd
some
my buzz go?
Let's just amp that up.
Fuck.
And, oh.
It's gone.
Cancel
Anyway.
this little buzzkill.
We're just gonna open the door again. Hey Cam, can you got any more? I don't think it worked.
Hey, Gary's gone by this point. He's like, I'm leaving. Just
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
out.
Like, I'm out of this.
I'm out.
You can have more tomorrow, Rear.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Clang. Door.
We're gonna have to have a whole episode of him like going to an addiction clinic, like an addiction program. God.
I'm waiting for that.
Fucking
this is
Arrear
out of
goes to
character.
White Castle.
I'm waiting for that encounter with the druggy gnome. We know he's gotta still be alive.
Yeah,
He
couldn't
boarded
get
a
rid of
ship in a
him.
mirror. Yeah.
he's still
He
alive.
showed up
somewhere.
in Aurelian? No. Yeah, Aurelian.
No, that was a different gnome.
The
Yeah.
druggy one? No, he showed up.
Did he?
No, he hasn't showed up since a mirror.
I thought we saw him leaving Amir on the
He
ship,
did leave a mirror.
and then
He
that's
left
the
the mirror,
last we.
but we haven't seen him. There was a
Thanks.
joke made that that's the fucking druggy gnome in Aurelian. No, it
Yes,
It wasn't.
it wasn't.
Oh.
But yeah. I mean, you go find him. He's close by. I'll say that.
It's-
If you want to
Oh
go find
my
him.
god, why?
Wait, he's close by?
Yeah,
We're
he's
like
close by in
here.
Waldenstein. No, you guys are in Waldenstein at this point. You're there. He's close. And I mean, close is relatively, relative there. There's a lot of cities.
And he just
I'm sure
happens
there's
to be in the one
another
where
opium den somewhere.
Yeah, he could be at White Castle already. Who knows?
There's actually a White Castle.
Anyway,
Did he go there with Harold and Kumar?
he is Harold and Kumar. Are you kidding me?
No, he's MPH.
He's a PH.
he stole that ride to get there.
God. Anyway. So yeah, you guys are in Waldenstein. Darius, you're about to go see the Admiral. You do secure an audience with him. Baywater does kind of help you through the process with that. Baywater will go, but he's probably not going to say much. He's probably going to let you do most of the talking due to the fact that you're a little more well-informed about the whole situation than he is. So, but he'll be there to offer his presence and support. Yeah. Baywater kind of puts his hand on your shoulder and he's like, "You got this. You'll be fine. You'll need to learn how to do this at some point anyway."
I'm sorry, it's unrelated, but I just realized I could play fetch with the blank puppy while we were in the air.
Throw it off the deck.
That's like the #1 way to find him.
God.
That and bacon, apparently.
Oh yeah.
Anyway. You guys.
He has had food go missing continuously.
Yes, it's all the bacon. The cook is upset. I wanted to make bacon this morning. Like, there's one of the chiefs, like one of the gun crew chiefs, is like, I want my bacon. Like, he's one of those guys. Like, I have to have it every morning, and hasn't had it for like a week. He's sorely upset that there's no bacon. But yeah, you guys are taken to the Admiral's ship, and you are to meet in his quarters for your meeting. So he's sitting in his office, in his room there, in his stateroom, and you are allowed into the ship and into his office, led in by the officer of the watch. And you see him looking at papers, and he's probably writing orders. You can tell he's been pretty busy trying to get everything in order. And he looks up from his desk and he's like, "Oh, come in and have a seat, gentlemen." And are you with him, Gauze? Did you go with him?
Sure.
Okay, so Gauze is there too. So they bring a third chair and place it in the.
I'll be there for full support, Darius.
Yes. So you see him as you guys sit down. He looks up to you, Darius, and he's like, "Oh, what do you need there, Darius? Isn't it?"
Sorry, I've been AFK. My mother was.
Yes. You're in the Admiral's stateroom.
Okay, I'm in the Admiral's.
Talking with. Sorry. Yes, and you have.
She really wanted to show me this fucking thing about crab fishing that she recorded on TV, because it's got like a childhood friend of mine in it.
Deadliest Catch?
No, not even that. It's just literally about local crab fishers.
Mm.
And the biggest group in where I live in Cornwall, it's run by my mate's dad, and my mate is the skipper for one of the ships. So. Yeah, he's younger than me, but he's a skipper and he's been doing it for a while. So.
But anyway, the Admiral looks to you. He's like, "Darius, isn't it? What do you need?"
I'm not sure of what reports you have on the church's movements as of late.
Last we have is they were in the east still.
The Free Cities?
In Free Cities, yes.
They're not there anymore.
Ostwick is not talking to them.
No, they're not.
They're currently moving through the hills between Meidendorf and Forgehammer. Possibly en route to Rallian by the looks of it, from what we saw.
Interesting. He has a very grave look on his face. Well, that's a lot more than that's not good. He is He's very uncomfortable with that news. So, what do you need assistance, or what? I appreciate the information, but what do you want to do here?
Well, I was hoping to request some assistance from what of the Avalonian fleet that is here, and maybe some of the Ostrich to help defend Aurelian from Crusaders that are about to enter Alaron. They wouldn't, with what's going on there, they really couldn't take an attack from the Crusaders as well. Possibly survive whatever came after without reinforcement.
When we met with Petrus, he very much voiced the same concerns and assessment about their current situation. So if the church is marching that way as well, they will need help. The problem is, I don't know if Ostrich is going to cooperate. As much as their lands are not being threatened by the church currently. As the church, as you probably figured at this point, if they're not heading here, we would have heard of it, right, a lot sooner. And maybe they're not worried about it, or maybe they have other intelligence, I don't know. They don't really share a lot of it with us.
Well, I can guarantee some more intelligence that they wouldn't have, that there's also orcs roaming around somewhere in the mountains around Forgehammer, possibly heading towards Aurelian, or possibly could be coming down here as well. And if Aurelian gets ban-whacked by the Crusaders or the orcs, what's next on the menu?
Ostrich, probably.
Exactly.
Valon's pretty much in tatters right now. They barely held on, but
they've got a massive, ridiculous mountain range between Aurelian and the come into Ostrich.
Yes. Really? Can't do?
Huh?
Said really?
What did he say?
Oh, I thought Cantor said something.
I heard like a lake.
And we're still cut off from home, so we did give Petrus his promise. I don't know if Ostrich will honor that. I think they'll, honestly, with any of my last couple meetings with them has been any indicator, they'll probably say we need to retain our forces here at home, then send them out and attack them elsewhere.
And it's that passive defensive attitude that's going to get everyone killed.
Well, they're wanting their technology to get produced before they commit, I think. I think your friend Arir helped them a lot with that, from my understanding.
Yes, the
man there. Ostrich is based on Prussia, but they're definitely using French tactics.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, and the admiral looks up and they don't want to lose what they have. They fought too hard from it to split from Voland in the first place, and they don't want to lose their country. I understand it. I don't agree with it, but I think that their play here is going to be stay at home until they're built up enough to be able to extend. So Alaron is probably going to have to stand on its own, unless I can take my fleet up there and what forces I have here, and we can go. Another option, there is a lot of mercenaries here in Waldenstein that have shown up. Might be able to get some. That might be what saves Alaron, I don't know. If you can get them, I can get the ships to get them up there, but you guys will probably have to hire them.
How fast does our ship move?
You guys could get back up there in probably 3 days up to Alaron from where you're at.
Distance per day.
Oh,
ballpark.
On the board, we'll say
like in miles. Or leagues.
You could probably do at cruising speed, probably do 75 miles a day at cruising speed. Now, if you went full tilt, you'd probably push that pretty hard.
And it was sun up to sundown that we were over the.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my fucking book?
Mm-hmm.
I just had it. Where's my fucking book? There it is. Okay, I'm just trying to mentally estimate how big that army is. And you said 75 miles, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't like person, and they were spread out. Like they spread it out so you're not like.
Well, they're still gonna be in a column.
Yeah, they're in a column, but there was distance between them, like each of the the major formations and stuff.
The orders, not all orders, plain nice.
So, and they might have had maybe some of them were up to a half mile in terms of like distance. So it won't be like exactly, but it'll be about ballpark what you probably estimate. But back to the Admiral. If you can get men, I just don't have enough soldiers. I have enough people to run the ships, but if we're looking at fighting a major battle, I don't have enough strength right now.
Well, we could get the ground forces sorted if ships are going to be the real powerhouse in that battle.
But we can't take ground. That is the problem.
Can't take ground, but Aileron doesn't have. The dwarves are sending some reinforcements.
Not a lot.
Many.
It was
Not
like
a lot.
yeah, I was gonna say it's probably you remember about 100, 150 probably.
Yes, along with what is there of the
Mm-hmm.
Aileron, the elves that are already there.
Yeah.
Probably a
scouting parties and stuff that probably made it up into Forge Hammer that just were locked in the city. So,
how much standing force would you say that Aileron has?
Currently here I have 12 ships. Is actually a lot, to be honest.
Yeah.
3 of them. I have one my flagship, of course, which is battleship size. It's a big dreadnought. It's decently sized. And then we have a couple of the size that like you have, like what you guys are in. That's the majority of there's about 4 of those, and then they have ones about. The rest of them are all like what the Stingray was, so they're smaller. They have firepower. It's just
not the ability to hold the ground.
Yeah.
What's the elves' standing army at the moment?
What was in Aileron is basically what's their standing army right now. So when you guys left, which was probably maybe a few hundred, plus the Stingray and the Palace Guard and stuff like that, they have been mauled pretty much. You guys have been in some big battles up there as it is. So the church is probably in terms of like what you guys probably saw, your estimates were probably at minimum probably 3,000 horse probably, and probably 3 times that in infantry. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So
thing is, a horse charge means nothing against fucking barrage fire.
No, it doesn't. But you know how the orders are. So
yes, they'll push through.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So mainly it's the ground forces that need to be taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
The admiral is more than willing to bring forth the fleet.
Yes, he's willing to go. He's not sure about Ostrich, but he's pretty sure Ostrich is going to say no. That's the gist that you got from your meeting. So, because also if they march their armies north too, they're going to leave themselves completely open. So, because they still have to deal with the western, eastern hills and the free cities being an issue.
Yeah.
So, and also the plague. It's not helping.
I mean, no army's gonna want to take Kassendorf, so
yeah. But yeah, so your estimate probably Aileron could probably hold the siege, not for very long. I mean, the city, they probably have magic users and stuff that they could pull from the academy and stuff like that, but...
That would fucking decimate.
Yeah, because
Right.
the church doesn't really use casters. Yeah, so...
Yeah, funny thing about that.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah. That's kind of the situation. You get some mercenaries, we can haul them up there for you, and we can fight when we're willing to fight, and we want to fight. But
I suspect they've been quite bored sitting
Yeah.
in dock, and yeah, they want to
they
get
haven't. They
guns
wanted to go
rolling again.
back. They wanted to go home, and they weren't able to
But-
do that. So it's been kind of a dour,
That
and
blockade.
morale's been really shitty in the fleet too. So because they haven't been doing much, they've been kind of parked here the whole time while you guys have been gone. So. And when Petra showed up and they actually talked and stuff, there was a lot of rumors that they were actually going to go to war like weeks ago up in Aileron, and they just never did. So it kind of just did the double morale hit. So these guys are it's a pretty you guys walk around the docks and stuff. It's not very lively. It's very dour and kind of sad. They're not very proud. Let's put it that way. They're kind of just doing their jobs.
They're itching for a fight, and they're feeling like not getting their fair
and
shake.
They're doing their jobs because they have nothing else to do. So, yeah.
Well, you're more than willing to transport whatever forces I can get, Admiral. Then,
As long as they don't destroy my ships, yeah.
well, they should at least show some respect, and if not, you can probably slap them around the head.
Any forces would be appreciative. I have a feeling there's a battle coming.
Oh yes. I just hope that we can win it.
We won't be lacking firepower, at least.
Nope. Manpower, that's the issue. Right.
So if that's all, I will start getting my ships ready to receive passengers and get ready for departure.
Thank you for your time, Admiral.
No problem. And he kind of shows you to the door. He's like, if you want tea or anything, there's some over there. If not, you all have a good rest of your day.
Well, going to be a busy one, I think.
You go take the tea, Darius.
No, Darius will be ignoring the tea. There is duty and matters.
Duty and matters to go for. Okay. All right, so you guys head back to your ship.
I think I'm just gonna have to call everybody.
All right. Everybody
Okay.
in the party has been summoned to the meeting room on the ship.
Tazar isn't aboard.
Tazar isn't aboard. God damn it, Tazar!
He's in the port area. There's
Yeah.
a half decent chance you might bump into him on your way back.
All right. Oh, like on my way back to the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I bump into Tazar on my way back to the ship then, I guess. Or everybody else gets called.
Roll perception. You can see Taz if you run into Tazar.
That is going to a 17. Perception is a lovely thing.
I think it's pretty easy to find Tazar.
Pretty easy to find.
Yeah, you kind of notice Tazar just walking
He's
along.
his usual cloaked self.
Yeah. He's being
He's leaning in the corner, just kind of.
He's being inconspicuous, but he's conspicuous as hell because you know what to look for now. You're like, oh, that's Tazar.
He's just
For people who know exactly
Yeah.
what to look for.
Yeah.
He sticks out. But
Yeah.
for people who don't know what they're looking for, he blends in like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
There's just a faint humming.
Mm-hmm.
He's just humming. Toss a coin to your Witcher. Well, Darius is going to approach Tazar and go, I need everybody to meet up now. We've got
What's going on?
Well, we've got ships. Forces.
Guys, they look kind of sorry at the moment. I've been watching him since he left.
Yeah. The morale's taken quite a hit. They're itching for a fight. Well, they're going to get pretty lively soon, I think.
Oh yeah, if you tell a bunch of guys who have been itching
for
for a
war.
fight and unable to ready for war, this port's gonna go insane.
Yes, it is. I do have to ask, Waller, did
Yeah.
Petrus make? What was the deal Petrus made with? So he made a deal with what was left of the Avalonian fleet here, as well as the Osterich.
Osterich was a part of it, but they didn't make any, like, they said they would think about it. They didn't, like, they did the whole, we're here to listen and we'll consider things, but don't expect us, was kind of their thing. They did take part in the negotiations, but it was mainly with the fleet. And any of the ground forces that like, he's got Marines and stuff. Like, they do have ground forces, it's just they don't have a lot of them.
Yeah.
Got maybe enough to cover the ships, like, honestly. And that's probably, that's, you don't want to take those guys off of those ships, because if they get boarded and stuff, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I know they said, well, there's no fleet here, but who knows, and they don't want to pull the Marines off until they are 100% sure that there's no
fleet
in the area, and because they don't want to lose these ships because there's not very many of them.
Yeah.
So
with Osterich's standing forces at this time divided out amongst the area, what are we looking at for their numbers?
They would probably be very comparable to the church.
Very comparable to the church.
Yeah, because they ate a lot of the cavalry in the church was a lot bigger. A lot of them came from Osterich, but a lot of them left. Like, a lot of the big,
yeah, they lost a lot.
The big cav orders were Osterich, because they're very hardcore with the cavalry. Why do you think they're so fascinated with the tanks that Arrear gave them? For the love of God. So, they have the majority of the force of what was left of the church's cavalry. There's some that were from, like, Voland and, like, maybe Meidenberg or Meidendorf, or ones that they brought from Amir. Like, those guys.
Talk to those guys then, don't I?
Maybe. So.
Take Father Yankee with me.
Yeah, but most of those guys are already in the Ostrich military. Like, they literally came and said, "We'll sign up and join," because they wanted to defend their homes. Because they knew what the church was doing, they didn't believe in it, and
if they can counter and stop the church before it can get to Osterich,
they might go, but they might be going against orders. That would be kind of your assumption. So,
well, I'd have to talk to the High Command. Say, I'll take any volunteers. There you go. If they're willing to go, that means they're volunteering. There you go.
I mean, you could literally go hold signups too. Just do this Patriot style and just go sit in a tavern somewhere and be like, "You want to go kill some church people?"
Do you, sir, have a rifle and 2 opposing teeth with which to open a cartridge?
Well, welcome. 2 hands and 2 arms.
Or we could go classic Royal Navy and just wander around with a blackjack and a fucking canvas bag.
You have money. I mean, you guys could literally just do the.
Welcome aboard, sir. Your signing bonus is tonight's bar tab.
Here's the shilling. You could literally do here's the gold piece. Come fight with us.
Yeah.
So you have enough money to do.
But press ganging sounds so much more fun.
Yeah, that's what y'all want to do. So
walk up behind some guy. All right, got another one.
Tazar, I think Tazar would be fairly good at that.
Is Tazar going to be the recruitment freaking sergeant for the ship? Is that what's happening now?
People just wake up on the ship en route to Alaron. Where the fuck are we? Welcome aboard. You joined us.
Here's your rifle.
What? God. I mean, there is while the sign's pretty packed, like, there's a lot of people here. Like, it's busy. It's not empty. Just the docks, especially where the Alvalan and Navy guys are, it's very just
it's dead. Like, you haven't seen it ever this dead, and it's dead.
But there's not that many ships.
And they're all just kind of like, meh, we've been here for weeks, this fucking sucks. So, but yeah, so you guys want to go to your meeting?
Yes. So everyone's in the room.
Yes.
Yes.
And Arir, what are you doing sitting in the corner, like drawing and doodling or something?
Oh yeah, I've been nonstop researching the construction
Okay.
or the constructs thing. So I just brought my work with me, and that's literally what I'm doing.
You
He's
see
practically
Arir
useless to me.
Yeah, he's sitting in the corner and just drawing.
But he's occupied.
Yes, he's placated, which is fine. So, so the situation as it stands, we can guarantee the Avalonian Navy. They are more than willing to jump in on this. Thing is, it's the ground forces that are going to be the issue. E.g., between what Forgehammer is sending and what is in Alaron, don't have that much, especially against that army. And knowing how the Crusaders are going to fight, even if through a barrage of cannon fire from the ships, they're just going to keep pushing. Unless you break the back of it, which you'd have to get the Pope, and God knows where he'll be in the formation.
How many days march are they from Alaron?
They were about a week from when you
About a
guys saw them. So extrapolate like from getting into an area where they could start setting up was a week. From them attacking, it'll probably be 10, 11 days, maybe. So, because they're going to take their time and get everybody up and probably get everybody rested.
Yeah, after
Would
a
be
long
the
march
thought.
like that.
Yeah.
Realistically,
And get the
that would be
horses
the best
rested
time.
and
That would be the best time to hit them, but force it.
Yeah.
The best time to hit them is now.
What if we get in ahead of them and set some traps along their trail to maybe thin their numbers out a little bit?
A valid suggestion, but depending on how many get, the army is still fairly large. You could set traps and harass the crap out of it, but it'll keep pushing until it either kills itself, completely breaks itself and dies, or actually hits its objective.
Well, like I said, it would be thinning them out. It's less for us to deal with when time comes.
And you're buying more time too. Baywater will interject there. You're buying more time because they're going to have to circumvent or navigate around whatever we do. If it's rocks or something that we drop on them, they're going to have to clear the trail. Like, that trail was small enough that we could probably slow them down.
Set a few rock falls. Walk by a certain point, a rock fall triggers, and then they have to spend the next day or so clearing the rocks.
I wouldn't need the whole fleet to do that. We could do it with one ship.
True. We could send. Again, forgot the name of the fucking ship.
Amphity?
Yeah. We can, and Baywater's like, I can take my ship up there, and if you guys want to stay here, I can do that. Or if you guys want to come, I mean, that's up to all of you. But if something happens, it's going to be the 8 of you versus the entirety of the church. So, or the ship versus the entirety of the church.
Yeah,
it's a risky mission. But
I mean, if you were just doing the whole aspect of blocking trail and setting traps, you shouldn't be close to their line. Hopefully.
No, hopefully.
And if it's just to buy more time for us to get forces there and set up, would be a smart idea.
Could stay here, and maybe the admiral did recommend us maybe looking into mercenaries.
Yes.
There is a lot of organizations and groups that are here and he has a lot of room on his ships. If we can get enough of them there, we'll have to pay for them, but enough of them there for this fight might be able to save Aileron for now. It won't beat back the church, and God knows the orcs and whatever else is out there. But it buys us time, and maybe we can get help maybe from Ashir and maybe from the other states as well that we haven't had contact with yet, like Norvik and all that as well. And he's kind of looking into your cam as he says that. I'm assuming that your people would probably don't want to see this world fall.
Well, we're in it, aren't we?
Yeah, it's true. But we need time for that, so I'm willing to take my ship up there and do what I can.
That would leave the rest of us with the job of recruiting, filling up as much space as we can on the Admiral's fleet. Everybody okay with that?
Have a lot of money. You have a lot of money.
How many ships are in this Avalonian fleet?
They have 12. They have 12, and there's one that's capital ships. There's one dreadnought, so bigger than what you guys have. There is 3 of what the same size ship that this one is, and then they have a couple like the rest that they have. So the other 8 would be what the Stingray is, so about Stingray size. So they could haul a pretty large force up there.
Mm-hmm.
So, because they'll just probably stand them on the deck and just overfill it and be like, "Let's go." So,
and people camping out under the stars for a night.
Mm-hmm.
And you said the army is about what 10 days out from
from like they would be probably making their assault on out like they're
Sorry,
starting this. They're a week from
3 days out from like Waldenstein.
They're up here in Meidendorf.
Or
up here. They're 3 days. They were 3 days from entering basically the Elven Reach, and then they were
for the Avalonian.
Like it would be a 3-day there and back. They could probably do ferries too, honestly, if that's what you were asking. Yeah, it would be about 3 to 4 days there and back. And if you guys delay them, that would buy you enough time to probably get more. So you could do
12 ships.
You could probably do
and enough time for 3 trips for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
Get them loaded.
So we can either. Do we think we'll find enough people to? Actually, no, it doesn't even matter. On the way, we just string them out one by one. As they pass over, they dump their fucking combat loads into the army.
Yeah, you guys can slow them down. Like, they go up, drop the guys, and they could come back, just dump into them, and then fly back. Like, honestly. You could do that.
Buying more and more time.
Yeah.
Get everything situated in Aileron, but...
And honestly, a warship's full fucking powder load...
especially, like, the battleship and the cruisers.
It's gonna decimate the fucking army.
Yeah, that battleship and those cruisers will probably kill a pretty good chunk of it. They will show up. Like, I will tell you this from a perspective is there will be guys that will show up at the end of it, but
I'm assuming eventually
morale,
they won't be concentrated.
Yeah, the morale is going to probably be shit. So you can do that, and that would really drastically affect what we're doing too. So if you send Baywater ship up there to set up the traps along the route, and then the other ships to just basically run by and just pew pew pew. You guys could also get Baywater ship back too, and they could help with ferries. So you get another ship out of it too. Longer you go, so you just wouldn't have as many turns in Baywater ship. Basically, you would lose a turn because they would have to go up there and go delay for a bit.
But I leave that up to you all to plan. This is you guys. So, but that is possible. You guys can do that.
The easiest forces to get on our side for this fight would definitely be the mercenaries, because money.
Well, it'd certainly be the simplest. I wouldn't say that'd be the easiest, but
Baywater looks at Tazar's like, "You want to press gang people?"
I think we have enough money that it won't be necessary, as much fun as it might be.
I think that works better if they're put on a ship, not so much if they're put in an army. Armies are easy to run away from. Ships, not so much.
Why am I in the air? Welcome to the Navy, son.
Welcome to the Navy. Baywater says under his breath, "Wish we had a bard."
Wish we had a bard. Come join our Navy.
Don't tempt me.
Join our Navy.
Don't tempt me, Waller. Don't tempt me.
Can sail the 7 seas.
Sail the skies. The friendly skies that would be
That's
the
it.
7 seas.
That's it. I'm rolling a bard for Hallsworth.
Hallsworth, you know what? You should play a bard, man. Come join this group and play a
God.
bard. Yes.
Why would I play a bard?
Because why not?
Antics.
Why would I play it? I want permission to be pure cancer.
I mean,
Is that
No, that's
It's
my
a
is that
bard.
not implied
That's-
in bard?
It's a bard.
That's a bard in general.
Anyway,
I will consider. I will consider it.
I will consider.
I will consider it on the condition I still get to be Brexit's demon.
As long as you have the voice changer.
Yeah.
Makes it quite obvious when one character is and one character isn't.
we'll talk after Halls. So.
Hey, my friends.
Anyway,
You need to get some good singers for recruitment.
Hey, strippers!
Stripper.
What? Who said that?
Strip
You know,
bar,
nothing
into the
like
ship.
nothing like going into a brothel, hiring a bunch of prostitutes to go seduce a bunch
Anyway.
of people, then get them on the ship. Wait, what? Too late.
Anyway,
Honey trap.
so what's the plan? We're gonna have the Navy. You guys are gonna go recruit. You're gonna have Baywater ship go start up there, and then once you guys start recruiting, they'll start filling the boats up and taking people up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming that after we were last here, probably a few more, as you said, some more Crusaders had appeared.
Oh yeah.
I don't suspect all of them rejoined the fucking
No,
military.
a lot of them did because they wanted to stay with their brothers and stuff because
Yeah.
that's all they know. But yeah, so they there's some that might not have joined, so you could probably go and recruit some for your night order if you wanted to.
That would be a good idea. So
Yeah.
I will be having my guys stay behind along with Father Yansky to help me with that, as well as
Yeah.
trying to convince the
You gonna
Crusaders
have-
that
are you
join the
going-
Ostrich army. to
Are you
volunteer.
going to also have some of those Crusaders go help recruit, get the word
Yes.
out about we're looking for people, come sign up?
Yes. Yes.
Who's going to who's wanting to go get the mercenaries then? Would that be who wants to go be the guy to go do that? Don't say a rear. That would be very bad.
No, Gazik.
But we're
Gazik,
keeping a rear chained
okay.
up in the ship.
No, you
Um,
should send
before-
Tweedledee and Tweedledum together. Just send both
God.
of them. So
Before we go mess with the mercenaries, let's hell, there's not going to be someone who knows sending in the city, is there?
You could probably find somebody.
It'd be like one organization in each city.
There's no Pony Express, Minnie. Okay, that's not a thing.
Why not?
I mean,
Why
they
not?
have it. There's telegraphs here. There is a telegraph office here with the Navy.
Yeah, but I don't think Aurelian is hooked up to the telegraph office.
There is a ship up there that has a telegraph on it.
You know how
Right.
telegraphs work?
They have wireless telegraph. That is a
Have
thing.
radio?
No, well, yeah. Let's just say they do. By some mysterious magic because of airships, they have one.
Okay. All right, they have radio.
It's not voice, but it's telegraph. So
I thought you were just gonna go with signaling.
it is signaling, yes, basically. But it's basically telegraph. It's how the Avalonians communicate with each other, like when they're far away. It's the same concept. So
the Avalonian fleet should be able to talk to Avalon then?
would think so, but nobody's listening. They've tried.
Maybe they should listen then.
Nobody's listening on the other end. It's been
Whatever.
all one way.
Yeah, whatever is happening over there, we don't know. Whether the fleet and whatever mysterious magic the fleet has alongside it is disrupting it, who knows?
So
Would be my sense on that one.
and yeah. Regardless.
Aurelian knows about the church army coming towards them, I'm assuming.
I
think they do.
You sent the letter saying the church was near Forge Hammer.
Well, the ship can easily inform Aurelian as well while
Yeah.
it's there.
Yeah.
Or we could send the information to the Stingray via telegraph. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just... It would be a lot easier of a... if they already knew. Anyway, I'm gonna see about contacting, I guess, Aurelian and just, hey, hostile or church forces en route to you. Currently in Waldenstein. Would you like some mercenaries?
Okay.
And
I would like to see Petrus, like they summon Petrus to the Stingray, and like they're getting this message, and you see like the telegraph operator like reading this out as you say it, and they're all like,
and there's
oh,
just
no.
like a pause. There's just like a pause, and then if so, how much are you
willing to pay?
Yes, how much are you willing to allot?
Redirect the bill.
Oh my god.
Redirect the bill.
Why not? It's defending them.
That's true.
That's
Yeah. They sent a message back in current funds are pretty low, so we couldn't support something for very long. But if you're willing to pay up front, we can try and figure out a deal on our end with
Magic
you all.
swag.
Magic swag. Yeah.
There you go, magic swag.
I could get a better belt.
Because technically speaking, Aileron would be in debt to us, and Petrus is like, yeah, I need fucking debt. As much as they've helped me, I technically have hired them. I need to pay them back.
Yeah. It's just right now they're dumping a lot of their money into getting their stuff off the ground and getting they're training forces. It's just they're not ready to fight yet. And it's going to be a while.
Well,
are they willing to invest in mercenary advisors then?
I mean, he said he'd be willing to figure out a deal. We'd have to talk more, we'd speak more in person, is basically what the message reads.
Yeah, in person is not exactly. I'm sending a fucking message because don't have time to go up there in person.
Basically, what he's saying is, we cover the cost now. He pays us back at some point.
We'll pay you back at some point when we can. Basically,
fall.
it's an IOU. So
yep. So technically speaking, we have Aurelian by the nuts.
You have a couple IOUs from them already. It's
yep.
Plot twist: Aurelian falls to the church army. IOUs are no longer valid.
Yeah.
That's why we kinda wanna make
That's
sure-
the problem.
Yeah, that's what we don't
And-
want to happen. 'Cause,
Just
yo,
the only thing I have them send back is 10% interest.
10%
Stop.
You just see like Petrus like, that's fair. Like honestly, he's like, you know what, that's fair. And just kind of like takes the message and walks out of the telegraph office.
hands up to Petra, he's just like, yeah, fuck it.
Like I'm just whatever. That's
We
what
need
I was
forces
doing.
now.
And he's you
I
hear
mean,
him yelling.
if he
like,
pays it back really fast, it's not going to matter.
Get it fast, or you can get it cheap.
Get it faster, get it cheap. Yep. So. All
Fast,
right.
cheap, and good quality. Pick 2.
Now we start the recruitment montage.
Gotta be a montage.
A recruiting montage.
Starts with Darius like talking with the Crusaders, and you see like a couple of them nodding their heads, and then you see one of them in the back like, "You heretic!" Just like calls you a heretic just straight out. And what do you do to that, Darius? Is like the reaction to like heretic.
Calling me a heretic just straight out.
You just go up and like punch him, or
Is
No,
he is he
he's
out
like,
or
You calling me
he
a
alone
heretic?
or
Just the well, I would have like Father Yansky. And
he's
probably a
got
couple of
Yansky and all of his dudes. Like they're in a room and they're talking to like 10 other Crusaders that came in like in a church. Like it was like an underground church they had, and they found out about it. And
I
they're
guess a
talking
better
about-
question is what is he being called a heretic in response to?
just in general, because
of
So
my
he's
order.
just pointing to a
orders-
random person saying you're a heretic
because of
as
the
they
whole.
pass on the street.
No, this is one of the Crusaders calling him a heretic in the church.
Is one of the Crusaders just pointing to a random person on the street and saying you're a heretic?
No, to
Why is
Darius.
he saying it?
No, he's saying it to Darius.
Yeah,
Because
but why is
order.
he saying it? Is what I'm
Because Darius's order is heretical, technically.
technically.
Yes, they're heretical.
Okay, so
They-
it's in reference
Mainly
to
because
that.
of
Yes.
my own mentor's fucking
Yes.
choices.
Yes.
At first
Heretic.
Yeah, at first I thought you were saying he was a heretic for trying to get people to defend Aurelian.
No, heretic for it's Darius Hamilton and his order.
So he calls me a heretic.
Yes.
He was a heretic.
You call me a heretic. What happened with what happened to, the charge out at Amir? Why did the church not attack the army? It would appear to have been a suicidal charge.
Well, I wasn't in the charge. I was
weren't?
out sick.
You were sick.
Yes.
Well, now that exact force that charged out towards an army of orcs, beings that we have been trained to fight, is now somehow escaped from Amir, practically unscathed, and has just gone around bandwhacking whatever they did. The free cities, for one. Now they're moving towards Aurelian.
Mm-hmm.
And I call me a heretic, but personally, how I see the actions, the Pope might be a bit more up the chain than me, if you think. And I'm trying to fight him.
So who are you going to replace the Pope with then?
That will be a discussion that comes later, once we've stopped him and all the Crusading Orders have
I
stopped
nominate
this.
myself, and he puts his hand up. He's just being completely obnoxious.
I suspect all the other guys that are even on his side are looking at him like you're a fucking douche.
Yeah, you can tell that this dude is like the complete douchebag of this entire like brotherhood that probably hung together a lot. He's that guy.
Is this happening somewhere that Tazar would know about it?
I mean, if you want to be there, Tazar, you can.
Okay, yeah.
Probably
So
just
Tazar
fucking
was
shaking.
hanging out in the back of the room. He's gonna walk up and just
Beat
fucking
the guy that-
bam whack this
Thank
guy
him.
in the back of the head. Bah, thunk. No,
He just-
lethal, but
He's just like, you see him just like fall over.
Welcome to the
and-
Royal Navy.
And you hear one of the other Crusaders like, you just see him like face palming, just like, He's always wanted to be promoted and just never got promoted. Uh,
I think he just got
I-
demoted.
I mean, I can see why he never got promoted.
Promoted.
yeah, he was always out sick. He's actually never fought a battle before. He always he'd always come up sick and not show up.
Well, that means he would be useless to me then, wouldn't he? So
Probably.
don't need him, do we?
I mean, he is trained. Not half
Trained.
bad. Not half
Trained
bad.
is different to battle tested.
He's not battle tested, no.
The coward is what you're saying.
Yes. And as the
Yes,
called me a
and he's a
heretic.
knight. He's a crusader knight who's a coward, which is
Yes.
fucking weird, but okay.
Yeah.
You know.
That's the goal to call me a heretic. How dare he?
I have something.
Well,
for
now
this.
he's having a nap.
Yes. Now he's
This-
having a nap.
Oh no. False, what
Various,
do you have?
Various is basically playing this song for that guy right now.
Oh, you're a bitch.
So, anyway, yeah. So you have a couple more meetings like that, and you do have some pushback. Not as bad as the whole "you heretic"
Right,
thing,
heretic.
but it's more of like, do we have to join your order? Like, there's one of the annoying Crusader guy asked that question. He's just like, can we still stay in our orders, or do we have to join yours?
There be hors d'oeuvres.
I mean, you can stay in your order if you like. I am obviously, yes, I am recruiting for my order, but I'm also trying to get as many forces as I can to push back what you all left, the Pope's mindless crusade that this is. I'm
Oh, he
trying to
didn't.
stop it.
He wasn't
he-
feeding us. That's why we left. We weren't
Well-
getting food and water.
And realistically, I personally don't want to start wiping out many people of any order. Realistically, if I could, I would like to bring this down to the whole aspect of just taking the Pope out, because clearly something's not right there.
No, he was playing favorites between the orders. Like, our order, that's why most of us left, was we weren't getting enough rations for everybody. And
gotta
that's bad.
Yes, so those orders that are still with him, probably playing favorites with. But
Mhm.
if he's out of the picture, we might be able to bring them back to sense.
Mm-hmm.
What
I
I'm
mean,
thinking anyway.
if you can get me, if you can get me close, I can probably do a number on him.
Probably just murder hobo him back into the Stone Age.
I mean, you could easily slip through a chaotic battle like that, especially with what you've got.
That's probably what's going to happen. I'm not going to lie. It's probably where that's going to go. So,
Because I highly doubt the boy Pope's going to come out to a challenge.
I mean,
No, he's gonna be hiding somewhere in the back like a little
Yeah.
bitch.
yeah.
And
Exactly
I
it.
can just appear from the fucking ether and boom, right in the kidney.
Right in the kidney.
I would
Anyway.
attempt to. I would, like, if when this battle does happen, I would attempt to challenge him as a way of trying to bring him forward to end it quick with minimal loss. But hey ho, if it happens, it happens. Don't it? Don't.
But anyway,
We got the backup plan of Taz.
We'll say for your forces there, Mr. Brexit.
Yep.
You have gathered about 100 knights, which that's a pretty good. Not gonna
That is
lie,
pretty
that's pretty
good.
good.
Along with what the
And-
5 I already have. So that's I've got
5, and then you got another. Probably out of that, you probably got another 50 volunteers to come wherever you need them, basically. So, like, they hear you pass by, it's like, hey, we'll go fight in Alaron. That sounds bad. It sounds like we need to take care of it. Just random people walking up, you get like 50 of those.
nice.
So, to start,
Recruiting efforts are
So,
going well.
going
On Darius's
well.
end.
Gauze, are you gonna so Gauze, are you going to be the one in charge of the mercenaries, I guess?
Technically speaking, you were a mercenary for a while there.
Technically.
That guy was an asshole, by the way. Wakes up in an alleyway with his finger up his nose.
What, but I'm Pope now? And he just like wakes up and he's like, what? No. Oh. Oh.
Not again.
Not again.
Yeah, they've probably done that a few times just to deal with him.
And he's like,
You see him get up and start wandering around. It's like, guys, hello.
We didn't even leave
Oh.
him near the place. We like took him to the other side of the fucking city, dumped him off.
Where at? Oh wow, I'm not where I was an hour ago.
It was
And-
like noon when this happened. It's now night.
It's like, you see him just wandering around town aimlessly. Like the camera just follows him wandering around town for a little bit, and then it jumps to Gauze. And who's with Gauzik? Is it just you, or did you bring a rear with you?
I don't think bringing a rear with me would be the best idea, but
A rear? Do
that-
you want to go with Gauze anyway? I'm just gonna give you that option if you want to be involved.
Oh no, he's still furiously researching, trying to. Very excited about those parts.
He's chained up all in the engineering quarters anyway.
Yeah, he's still in his room on the ship. He hasn't even realized the ship is gone and we're not on there.
Basically, yeah, he hasn't even left. He's like, ding, ding, ding. I'll design it.
You look out the window and you see the sky. A rear.
Wait a minute.
And they're
Oh.
moving.
Oops.
Must be going somewhere else. And he just goes right back. He doesn't even connect. He's somewhere he shouldn't be.
Oh my god. And you hear a knock on the door, they open it, like, Rear, what are you doing here?
What do you mean? I'm designing my thing.
Water comes in and he's like, the rest of the party's not on the ship anymore.
Oh, where'd they go?
You're back in Waldenstein?
Why'd they stay there?
To recruit people for the... Weren't you paying attention in the meeting at all?
What meeting?
Oh, man. And you hear Baywater like, yo, Plode, come here, please. And you guys are still over Waldenstein, by the way.
No.
Yeah, and,
Jump.
Plode, grab him. And you just see him like, grab him.
Superhero landing.
And then you guys go up to the deck, and then you see Baywater like, Plode, jump.
No,
Plode,
wait,
jump.
we can talk about this.
Plode, jump. He just steps off the side.
Feather
Just
fall,
steps
feather
off the
fall.
side, and you guys start falling down. And Gauze, you literally are like at the table recruiting people, and you hear like a falling just weight of metal very close by. You hear,
No, here's what you
That
hear.
better not be what I think it is.
You hear a very high-pitched whistling noise, very quiet.
Gauze, you recognize it. It's the whistle from a rear.
Gets louder and louder and more high-pitched.
he's like Gauze is like looking all around him. He's like, that's really coming in
Are
fast.
you
And he looks
inside of
up.
a tavern or are you outside recruiting people?
There's a guy with a cabbage cart.
Wait.
Sorry.
Because you know, we know that guy is here somewhere. It's not the first time.
Sorry.
Like Rear's finishing like with the whistle. He's just like you like whistle sorry like at the same time Plode says it. Gauze, you just see like the whole crowd around Gauze's table looking back towards you two.
Are you outside? Like
They're
recruiting
outside. Yeah, they're outside.
You set a table up.
Yeah.
By the way, out of pure curiosity, has the sudden landing commotion summoned Mr. Druggy Gnome?
No.
Fuck. Okay.
That motherfucker's so high you wouldn't even notice.
I was hoping for my chance encounter.
You could one of the sounds you could land on his legs and he'd be like,
Give me the shit.
Man, his legs staged on here, man.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna go collect.
I meant to right-click that, not left.
I mean, I think it still fits.
It does.
Anyway.
missile warning.
Missile.
Anyway, what do you?
All right.
So are you gonna go like sit next to him at the table and start drawing? Like take half the table up.
Pretty much. I mean, I need the full table, so the other half is just gonna be on the ground.
Cos, you just literally kicked you off your own table that you set up.
Oh no, I assume I took up half of the recruiting table. Or wait,
Like
where did I land?
Half of his drawing is hanging off of the recruiting table.
Yeah, basically. And like, well, there's like multiple drawings. Half of them are like situated on the table. The other half are just sprawled out on the ground.
I'm just gonna look to over here. Can you go back to where the rest of the party are hanging out?
I wanted to go back to the ship, but they threw me down here. All right,
So-
I'm gonna roll up my papers and
Excuse
just go
me,
to the
sir?
back.
Excuse me? What's that?
You see a little kid come up to you over here and is just like poking at your shit.
Oh, I'm gonna.
What's that?
Do you know engineering drawings?
What's that?
How old are you, kid?
I'm 4.
4.
Wait, are you using the fucking
What's that?
Are you using the adult to child voice changer?
Good. How much have a seat?
This how would you like to join the Navy?
Over here, just go.
The Navy is.
I'm just gonna slap over here in the back of your head and just tell him.
I'm rolling up my
Fight
drawings.
Darius.
To hit people, that's mean.
It's got a point.
But what's that though? What you're drawing something? What's that? Is it a family picture?
No, it's
I drew a family picture too. See?
great. It's sex. Go ask your mom what that is.
Wait, what'd you say, Minion?
I told the kid it's sex. Go ask your mom what that is.
Can't you
That's-
explain it? My mom's dead.
Well,
Why does she have a family drawing?
how did you make that
It's just a
family
series of
drawing?
gravestones.
Oh, it's a picture of my dad and his new friend.
Great. Go ask your dad's new friend what that is.
But what's your drawing?
I told you it's sex. And by this point, I would have finished wrapping up the drawings. I'm just leaving. I'll tell you more if you join the Navy.
You're welcome, Waller.
You can just hear her mumbling, God fucking damn it. God fucking kids.
The kid comes up to you at the table and they'll let you pick up Pauls after he leaves. Go from there.
Kid walks up to the table. Oh no.
So can I join the Navy?
When you're older.
In about 16 years.
That's a long time.
Powder monkeys are a lot younger than that.
Powder monkeys are about 6 to 8 years old, if I remember.
I just want to join now.
Kid, you're really young to join the Navy.
I'm only 4. I can join.
And even
Surprised
hold
you
a
can string together a full sentence.
Oh, this has got derailed so much. Oh my god.
Star, get it.
There's the tracks over here, and then there's where we are way the fuck over there.
Star, get
And
a
all-
shiny. Just get a shiny rock and throw it. It should distract the child.
Oh god, I don't know.
I really want to join the Navy. It'll be fun.
You can just hear
Or
her
it
in the
sounds
background.
fun.
Oh my god. I can't focus.
Congratulations, you've broken a rear.
Can I please join?
Oh, that's it. And you just hear her shuffling papers. Where's the recruitment paper?
Oh god damn it.
Please?
Arir, no.
Please, please, please.
No.
What's
You see one of the Marines that are helping you, and he's like, "Kid, do you have a family at all? Is your dad alive?"
Well, Dad spends a lot of time in this gutter drinking something, and then he goes into this weird house. And then he comes out with less money than he went in with.
You're very eloquent with your words, sir, for a child.
And by this point, Arrear slams the recruitment paper down. Kid, this is how you get your life straight. Here, sign right here.
Oh no. Arrear, no. You see like the Marine like, Arrear, no.
The kid grabs
no.
the pen and starts to try and sign
No.
the papers. It's literally the most horrendous scribble known to mankind because he doesn't know how to write.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
it's just a scribble because the kid can't
like
write. He just
yeah.
does what he
It's
sees
just
adults
circles.
who can write do, is he just draws random lines on the paper.
Arrear
I mean,
takes
It's
it
like
back.
when you tried to write cursive as a kid before you knew how to write, it's just
Exactly.
circles.
That's basically what it is, yes.
Arrear takes the signed one back, looks at it. Good to meet you, Bob. Welcome aboard.
Hang on. I gotta get the voice changer back on.
My name's not Bob, it's Timmy.
Oh, great.
Oh my god, Timmy.
Sorry, I misread the square.
Huh?
It's okay.
That's great.
So what do I do now?
So you see down the street?
Yeah?
Just keep going that way and you'll be recruited.
Okay.
Great.
Oh.
Glad to have you aboard.
Arrear, that you see the Marine like Arrear, that it gets the kid as
Kid's
Timmy walks along,
already taking off.
gone.
Takes the wrong street and starts heading down a different one. Maybe that leads possibly to, an actual recruitment center. I don't know. Running off with his little paper in hand.
Oh, I can get back to fucking work.
Arrear
just goes back in the back.
The Marine literally like walks up behind you. He's like, Arrear,
You'll be fine. You
Arrear.
don't have much of a chance anyway.
My legs!
You just hear that going down. You just hear that echoing down the streets.
Walk it off, kid. And
So wait, is
Arrear-
that literally little Timmy from fucking...
Christmas Story?
I will confirm or deny nothing. I leave that one up to your own mind. Because the only other idea I had for the character was he gets recruited and then I con somebody into letting me be Arrear's personal assistant.
Arrear just wants to get back to work.
Why did you think you'd have to con someone? We'd put him with you just to
The
annoy
Marine,
him.
the Marine actually walks down the street and gets the kid.
Oh god. Well, the
And-
kid now has broken legs because he just got plastered by a carriage because he wasn't paying attention running down the street to get recruited.
And now brings the kid back.
Cripple.
Back and literally lays him next to your rear and like, see what you did.
I didn't do anything.
There's just
You
blood,
said-
broken bone, screaming child.
Somebody, and you see him like looking at one of his squad mates with him. He's like, somebody go get one of the docks or Cam off of the ship. This kid needs help, like now.
He needs more help than just the
Just-
legs.
Roving pack of wandering crusaders. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Child screaming, splintered bone hanging out of his legs, like
Just
one
walk
foot's
over.
twisted
he's
3/4 of the way
conscious
around
too?
and hanging off.
Ugh.
Oh, he's screaming. Fuck. All right.
Yeah, the kid's
That's
screaming at the top. Hang on. I can approximate it for you.
No.
Please
I can
please
approximate.
no.
No.
What often?
Over and over and over.
And you see the Marines are like trying to calm him down. It's like, it's okay, we're gonna get you some help, okay? And you
It's just-
literally see like they are giving you death glares around, like you did this.
Oh, Arrear's packed up. He's leaving.
Again.
That screaming noise, the 4-year-old sound. I can't. He's leaving. He's going to find a place without a
Cam,
4-year-old.
Cam, do you come walking in at this point? I'm assuming because the Marines
Screaming
probably
child.
found you. You hear the screaming child, and you come running, walking down the street with the other Marine.
Or is Cam
Did-
completely
where were they
different
set up?
district?
They were
Yeah,
like, it was like
Directly below the ship?
Yeah, pretty much. You hear like
Okay.
this kid screaming, and where the ship was.
Cam's-
The ship's gone, but it's where the ship was. So
Where's the ship gone already?
they left. That's
They
literally the whole. They
Yeah.
dropped out of orbit with
Hmm.
a beer
They
in the
were in
first place.
Orbit? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, they dropped me.
Yeah,
out
the
of
ship.
it.
they deorbited the rear. Anyway, Yeah, so they're kind of, you were like you guys got some quarters like across from where the berthing was for the ship, so you guys have a place to...
I'm lightheaded after screaming like that.
So you hear this screaming and you see like this commotion going on, and one of the Marines comes running up, knocks on the door, is like, "Damn, are you busy? We require your assistance down in the on the streets. There was a child that was hit by a carriage."
Cam's gonna come down the hallway to see you knocking on his door with a newspaper on here. Says, "I'm not in there, but what happened?"
I'm not in there, but what?
A rear basically told the kid to go get recruited, and he took off down the street and got hit by a carriage.
What? He was on the ship.
And as you see,
Darius,
this
do
is
you
Plode
still
and Ray
have
walking
the-
by.
I'm not there.
Darius isn't there.
I'm just saying that's probably what your reaction would have been. You probably,
Mhm.
we all would have realized that we left a rear on the ship, and we were taking that as a blessing.
The
Just
child's
let
in
him
a
go.
lot of pain
And
requires some
Cam's
medical
just gonna
attention.
one second, and he's gonna step into his room real quick. And Mopass steps, and he's gonna step back out with a pack over his shoulder. He just let's
And
go.
He walks you down there, and you guys arrive, and you see a rear packing up and leaving because of the screaming child. At this point, you see him like packing up his stuff, and he's like, go ahead, Minnie. How does a rear exit the situation?"
God damn it! It's screaming. Can't think straight. Plode, let's go. And you can hear like the strain in his voice. Like, not many things get to a rear. Actually, very few. This is one of them that he just cannot handle. It just immediately breaks his concentration. So he has Plode cruising at a pretty good pace down the street.
And you see the other Marine like looking at you when you show up, Cam, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to fully blame a rear for this one."
We all do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
My legs, they hurt.
As Cam's on the way, he's gonna be looking around for, I guess, a place where he can pull or stick him offside, so he's not doing his work in the street.
Yeah, you can probably either take him back to your room, or there's a couple places that you could probably go and like, "Hey, can I borrow this for a minute?" You know, and do things like that. So that's up to you. The Marines will help you carry them if that's the case, if you want to move him somewhere else.
As an outside setting question, as I recall, you mentioned last time we were here that Osterich is very religious as a
they are.
country.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Cam's gonna just quickly sit down by the kid's head and just, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Here, drink this. And gonna hold up a little file with a full dose of laudanum.
Put him out. Just, you just see
Yes,
the kid
I'm putting him out because I'm going to have to move him, and moving him with broken legs and not
It's going
really
to hurt.
splints.
Yeah.
I mean, well, the right leg is
It's a
probably
lot
more of
nicer
a
to do
partial
when he's not
amputation
screaming
than
in
just
my
a
head.
broken leg. Like
Yeah.
the foot's like you can tell the foot twisted 2 or 3 times and is just dangling from some flaps of skin. So you might want to just cut that off.
Or save it. That's up to you. But yeah,
Fine, I know
you're
mending.
able. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you force the kid to drink it, he'll drink it in between the high pitched screaming and then gorked.
You
Because you
have
just
to
full
force
dosed
it
a
down.
4-year-old.
Yeah, you have to fight downing it to the kid as he's screaming, which is not easy, but you're able to get it done.
Wait, this will help. This will help.
Kind of in the middle of this screaming and wailing, swallows
make it
some
feel
of it,
better.
inhales some of the rest of it, eventually gets gorked.
Yep.
And I've never actually seen anything about Milk of Poppy used, but I'm assuming it acts relatively quickly.
Yes, it does. It's pretty much as you literally push it. Like it's same thing as like Milk Amnesia, which is the same thing. It's pretty much just like that. It's fucking terrifying when you see it done in like the OR. You're just like, holy shit. But yeah, so it's pretty much instantaneous. And he's now groggy and now asleep and not screaming anymore, and you're able to move him to a secluded location.
Alright, I need at least a bed, or I need preferably a bed, but at least a table.
Probably back to your room. Probably think back to your room is fine. It's not that far. So, yeah, you're able to get him a bed. So you get him into your room, into the bed, and
trying to get the legs so he's not bleeding fucking everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he's out of the public eye, I could probably safely use magic at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Cool. So yeah.
Okay, I know I had that. Where the fuck did it go? Oh wait, I've got that.
Gonna be a fun conversation with the rear being like, why?
I'm pretty
Why?
sure you all just adopted a child, not gonna lie.
Oh no. Well, maybe for a short time.
I need to bring something up real quick, because...
Actually, just to make sure that nobody died as well from that. Everyone's still alive and breathing, right? Like, in real life? Because I know there were a couple of people that sounded like they were starting to choke.
Yeah.
Ace report.
Brexit, you good?
I'm good. My fucking sides hurt, you fucking cunt.
Star, you good? Zach, you good?
No, I'm dead.
Fucking what's that?
Oh. Were you streaming, Minnie?
Oh yeah.
Fuck yes. I'm
It's
immortalized.
Caught on stream.
I would also like to point out that I randomly guessed on the voice change modifier and then just pitched my voice up an octave as well, so I have no idea what it sounded like.
Oh my god.
It was perfect. You're gonna have to go back and watch the stream, dude.
You want the time?
Yeah.
Estimated time is gonna be about 2 hours, 25-ish minutes, plus or minus 10. Minus 10 maybe.
Oof. Was it?
I honestly do not know how long that went for, but right now the timestamp is 2 hours 30 minutes.
Loading the stream. I'm gonna play this back.
Anyway, so did you find what you needed there, Canty?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
So, is this something Cure Wounds can just handle?
Yeah, I mean in D&D wise, yeah, basically.
Yeah, Cure Wounds can handle anything aside from straight up death, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, I know
Even
it can't handle removed limbs. I know that.
Since it's still together, yeah, you can just cure wounds and it should heal everything.
And what's the one that can restore limbs? So I know there's one that can.
Greater restoration, I think.
Yeah. Regular restoration's just conditions.
Yeah.
I
think there's a spell called regeneration or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's specifically regrowing limbs.
It's a cleric thing too, if I remember.
Yeah, I would have to look at greater restoration, but because I haven't ever really seen it used, but
I know it's good for removing curses and magical effects.
Hey, fuck
like
it.
Any magical
greater
effects.
Restoration.
Including like petrification stuff.
The devoted effect reduced or Okay. So greater restoration doesn't do fuck all for lost limbs.
I know for sure that there is a healing spell that does.
So you can do
But
cure
anyway,
wounds,
yeah.
cure wounds, and then boom.
Am I gonna have to roll like healing or something?
Nah, I'll just let you do it. So I'll have you take your time on it, so you don't have to roll. So you
It's,
do make the kid comfortable, and he is able to heal his leg, and he's able to use it again. Like, you're pretty sure that he'll be fine. So
I'm assuming his pant legs are fucked up because of the same thing. So,
yeah.
And I do actually know mending, so I'm
Gonna
just
fix everything.
before he wakes up, I'm gonna fix
Okay.
that too.
Now, the question is, are you going to make him remember this or not? Or are you going to do something to make him forget? Because I think you have that ability with some of the stuff you have.
Alchemically, I might be able to. Not magically.
Yeah.
And what would those alchemical things do to a small child's brain, I wonder?
Frankly, I'm not entirely sure.
Microphone muted.
Not something I'm quite prepared to deal with.
Does it turn into that ad? This is your brain on drugs.
To be quite honest, it was risky enough giving him laudanum. But it's the only thing I have that I think was strong enough given the situation.
I just love how nobody else did to attend to the child.
Anyway.
Yeah.
No, you don't, Minnie.
Damn.
I'm gonna have to shoot Minnie. And I'm just gonna call the. Yeah, he's still a puppy. Yeah, a few more months before he's not.
Mm-hmm.
And you can call the puppy over and kind of wait until the kid wakes up.
I'm not going to act that out. Well, Halls, if you want to, go for it.
I need a minute to be less dizzy to keep playing that kid role. Because, damn!
We'll say he wakes up and he's like, "Oh, puppy! No, 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 no!"
Oh, puppy dog.
Yeah, it plays with the puppy.
Immediately tries to give the dog a giant hug.
Yeah.
It's a blink puppy. He goes for it, just ends up slapping himself in the chest. Kunk.
Tries to do it 2 or 3 more times, unable to figure this out.
I should hope that the little puppy is calm enough if I'm there with him that he'd let the kid hug him.
Microphone activated.
Yeah, eventually it will.
Yeah, but while being charged, I don't think it would be like, yeah, no, I don't want to get crushed today.
4-year-old just wakes up and immediately tries to hug the dog because dog.
Which is honestly why I called the dog over.
Yeah. And kid looks, he's like, "So, did I do it right? Did I join?"
Hang on, I gotta turn the voice back on. The voice was too good.
Oh, here we go. Oh my god.
You sound like the kid, but on helium.
Yeah. It's the laudanum. There you go.
Did I make it in the Navy now?
You know you're a bit too young for that, right?
What? The guy I was talking to down there let me sign the papers.
He has the paper still. It's kind of covered in his blood, but he holds the paper up.
I'm in the Navy. I got told to come down this street to join.
Yeah, who said that?
It was the guy with all the cool drawings.
Right. I'm gonna have a talk with him.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Wait till Darius finds out about this. He's still pissed off.
So, tell,
Hey, Mini.
give it a couple years, and you'll be old enough to join the Navy, at least as to
Microphone muted.
help out around the ship. But for now,
I can help now. I can lift things. I'm 4.
Microphone activated.
what do I have in here?
Right, what other drugs can I dose this
Yep,
child
kid's
with?
getting drugged.
Nope. I'm actually was hoping I had something really heavy.
Gonna try and make the kid lift it.
Oh, you still got the voice changer.
Yeah, you got the voice on.
that was kind of funny.
Okay, hang on, Waller. I'm gonna do something and I'll send you a message really quick.
Okay.
God, okay.
This is Doolittle's character right here. This child.
It's the
Turns
turns out he learned how to play the harmonica or something. He is now the bard.
Turns out he's a gnome, and this is his voice the whole time.
Turns out he was a gnome and he's trying to scam these guys to get money out of them. Like some kind of fucking insurance scam.
So
or
the heavy
something.
thing that you find, Canty, would be like the chair. Like, it's a pretty heavy chair.
Nope. I'm going into the hold. I'm finding a fucking
Cannon, like
a cask.
A cask, okay.
Tell you what. If you can lift that, you're old enough to join the Navy.
Roll it then.
Alright, what's the amount I get from that?
You're a kid. That's gonna be like negative.
+1. +1 on your... Actually, +2. What you rolled.
He's got a 14
He's
strength
got
as a
15.
4-year-old?
He got a 15. He got a
I rolled 2 6s.
You can't
like...
get a 15 on 2 6s.
Well, I rolled 3 as well with it, but I rolled 2 6s on the 4d6 roll. I literally just went, fuck it, I'll grab some dice and roll a straight stat and went, this might work.
But yeah, I particularly
Got a
picked a
15.
cast because
Oh,
I
no.
couldn't lift it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, I rolled an 18 for the strength check.
You see the kid just like lift it like no problem.
It's 500 pounds.
The kid just Superman
And then
this
some.
casket first.
You remember how we were talking back in Forge Hammer about how heavy a wine barrel would be?
I
Yeah,
know.
it's one of those.
I know.
Just without
You
the
see the
alcohol. in
kid.
it.
You see the kid lift. He tries to lift. He goes, eh! And you see him like he tips it. He doesn't get it off the ground, but he tips it enough, and then it like goes back and sets.
Well, you almost got it. A couple more years, and you'll be strong enough to do it. Then you can join.
You on camera's like, God damn, I couldn't.
Hang on.
But why can't I join now?
Because if you're going to help out around the ship, you have to be able to pick things up. And some things are very heavy. Like that.
Look,
if you
kid,
keep
I'm
working
trying
on-
to save you. That's what he's basically
If you keep
saying.
working on that, you'll be, in a couple of years, you'll be strong enough to, you can pick that kind of thing up, and you can help, and you can join. All right?
Do you really think so?
Of course.
We come back to the fucking town and the kid looks like a fucking bodybuilder at 6.
Okay then, I guess I gotta go home and lift then. Thank you.
Gotta get my gauge.
And
He gives him a giant hug and then takes off running.
Oh my god.
before, like, as he hugs me, I'm gonna press a gold coin into his hands.
Okay.
Takes off running, makes it 3 steps, looks at the coin in his hand, turns around, looks it back at you.
Wait,
Silent.
did you just give me this?
Don't know what you mean.
Okay. I guess I should go give this to my dad. Bye.
Bye.
Takes
Just
off
walks
running.
while he's gone.
Probably the
Goes to
worst
join
thing.
his goes to give his alcoholic father the gold coin in the street. Gets like smacked upside the head for not bringing back more gold when he comes back with just the one gold piece.
As the kid leaves, I check my pockets.
Roll a perception check really quick. Make sure.
Eight.
One of your coin purses is missing. It's not the one that has all your money in it. It had like 15 gold in it. The kid chipped you a little bit.
Rude.
I mean, fair conversation, seeing as though technically one of the party did.
You can just
fucking
take it.
break
You can
his
just take
leg.
it out of a rear later.
Yeah,
Pretty much. God, Arrear's about to get fucked for trying to enlist a kid, isn't he?
No,
Arrear
Arrear
didn't-
didn't get.
Did you
enlist
keep
him.
the recruitment paperwork campy just in case that kid doesn't try and volunteer somewhere
Nope, the
else?
kid ran off with it.
Oh god.
I never gave it to him. I just showed it to him and kept it.
Probably shows it to his dad, gets slapped by his dad again. Like, what did you do that for? You're making all the money here.
It just gets beaten every day. of his fucking
Microphone
life,
muted.
apparently.
Yeah. Anyway, I think with
Massive
that,
baller.
Also,
I
yes,
think we're
folks, that's
going
it.
to-
We do have child abuse in this game
Microphone
yes,
activated.
apparently, we're gonna call it here. I think that's
Little
a good
Timmy,
place
he's a tragic backstory, alright?
It's
The
a good place
tracks.
to-
We are off of them.
It's a good place to bookmark this for next week. We've got a good start. Oh my god,
Jesus.
Hallsworth, that was pretty good, man. That idea was awesome.
I had to capitalize on the chance to fuck with Minnie.
I don't know how you correctly guessed that would be like the one thing Arrear would find annoying.
Because it's the one thing I would truly find like bone-gratingly annoying is when a small child comes up to me when I'm trying to work on something and starts
Yup.
asking questions like,
Oh,
fuck
fuck.
off.
What is that? You know, doing that, you're just
There's
like, oh my god.
no one can withstand that unless they're a kindergarten teacher. And you are anything but a kindergarten teacher.
I have an extremely low tolerance to that, period.
Yep.
Ugh.
And that's why I figured it would be perfect for Arrear.
forever.
One of the things that bothers